All right, guys. So, government shutdown avoided. Again, as we said, we told you guys this last week, which was that. Let's find it. Where did we say it? Dems and Repubs reached an agreement on a continued resolution that will keep the government open until November 17th with a strong bipartisan vote, 77-19. The Senate agreed. Government shutdown was avoided. Markets are flat today. I'm surprised, honestly, the markets are not more green on this on the news that the shutdown was avoided. I truly am pretty surprised that the markets are not more green than they are now. It's kind of a shock to me how the markets are still pretty red today. But again, we just got out of September. You can see the SPY really right around 427s, dipped a little bit Friday afternoon and then pulled back a little bit. Today we do have manufacturing, ISM, PMI data, very relevant data release, and then pulled back a little bit, very relevant data. We're going to do a poll here like we always do. Also, quick, hit the like button. Hit the like button. We appreciate it. Well, today's PMI data release. All right. All right, so again, we're going to do a poll here. Will today's PMI data help or hurt the stock and futures markets? Vote on that poll. Let us know what you guys think there. What's up, Biggie, Robert, Polaris, Pawn, Foo, Johnny? What's up, guys? It is Friday. Or no, it's Monday. I'm sorry. A little early, but again, we're going to starting these streams a little bit later. And yeah, the government shutdown was avoided, which is great. I mean, that's what you want to see. Again, I'm surprised the market's not up more. See if we get anything else that looks good today. All right, guys. Anything else that looks good? What's up, Mayhar, Robert? Gold buy or sell? I'm not sure where's gold at right now. Gold at 1850. So gold's still looking pretty weak, honestly. Microsoft's up today. That's nice. We also have ARM, the ARM IPO. We're holding that. Is NVIDIA starting to creep back up again, or what's going on with NVIDIA? Here's NVIDIA here at 440s. So NVIDIA's trying to creep back up. Back up to 440s. Honestly, that's pretty strong, man. I'm surprised the market's not following more of this up because, like, if you look at NVIDIA's long-term chart, here's a weekly chart. Let's put a daily chart up instead. But yeah, if you look at a daily chart, NVIDIA still has a very strong chart over the last year, despite the recent pullbacks here. So, like, if we look at this chart, we've got these big moves leading into it, which is really where it put in most of its strides. And then really since July, August, we pulled this number. We're almost back up to 450s. And so I don't think this looks bad at all, specifically talking about NVIDIA. I don't think it looks bad. I think NVIDIA could, if it breaks 450, all bets are off. It could do whatever, and I think it's helping the market for sure, but not that much because, again, the market where NVIDIA had mostly a flat day and it's up big in pre-market today. The SPY did not have such a good day on Friday. Definitely not up as much as some other stuff like NVIDIA today. SPY had a pretty red day Friday. If we look at the NASDAQ here, here's the Q, here's the NASDAQ. It's at 358s, 359s right now on the Q. We could look at the E-mini here and see the futures market is, for the lack of a better word, sideways, really all the way back until Wednesday or Thursday of last week. We've been pretty sideways. I mean, we're not down a lot, we're not up a lot either. Again, if we look at like the NASDAQ futures contract here, same kind of thing. If we put up a 5-minute chart, for lack of a better word, we're choppy. Although the NASDAQ looks a little bit stronger than the E-mini, but still, yeah, this is where we are for the NASDAQ. We can look up the Dow as well, which is /WYM. Here's the Dow. So the Dow kind of does its own thing sometimes too. I don't really like trading the Dow like that. But the Dow is moving. On the deal, the shutdown was averted. So, yeah, I mean, I believe it, Foo. September is historically a really bad month. E-mini dollar index was minus 0.86 last week. This week I'll be trading the NASDAQ with a very close eye on Dixie. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I get it. Again, here's the dollar index, which, throughout all of this stuff has been pushing up. You can see the Dixie here. We put up a 10-day chart. It's testing the 10-day high. Dollar index, of course, again, in this market, weakness has pulled up. If we look at the S&P 500, I like pulling up the SPY chart. I think the SPY chart's probably one of the easiest to analyze. We're still in that trend, and I've drawn this trend out many times, and I think it's very important to kind of watch this trend. But we've drawn this trend out many times, and I think it's really important to kind of keep an eye on it. If you look at this trend here, I think this is a pretty obvious trend that we've been in for the last year or so. I think it's very clear that we've been in this trend, and this is what I was talking about. Everybody was telling me the market was going to crash, and maybe we do, but I think this trend is going to hold for now. 200 EMA right below us here. We'll see if we bounce. I think it's time for a bounce. I might start adding to positions on a bounce, but remember, October is a sketchy month too, because generally October is a positive green month in markets, but October is also the month of the 1928, 1929 stock market crash. It's also the month of the 1987 market crash, and so it is a month in which historically we've had some crashes, and in specifically October. So yeah, time will tell. Let me know what you guys think. Do me a favor, bump that like button if you haven't already. We got 18 likes. We can do better than that. Let's try to get 30, 40, 50. Vote on the poll as well. We got 53 votes. 39% think PMI data is going to help the market. So remember, today is manufacturing PMI, right? So PMI data is a gauge on the strength or weakness of the manufacturing markets currently. And so if we look at this here, ISM PMI data comes out today. We also have Powell speaking a little bit later, although it's not a public speech. I was really digging, trying to figure out where he was speaking at, because I saw an alert on one of my platforms. But, upon looking further into it, Powell does not speak publicly today. This is a walk that he's doing with like a specific group. But it's not going to be today. Nobody's going to be able to actually watch it, unfortunately. So, it is what it is. But we do have manufacturing PMI data, big release today at 10 o'clock. So PMI data is strength or weakness. So like when you're reading PMI, it's always important to understand like what you're doing. So when you're reading PMI, also nobody remind me of Louisiana football today. Nobody freaking remind me. I don't want to hear about LSU losing by a field goal. I don't want to hear about the Saints getting destroyed by who did they play? The Bucks. I don't want to hear it. Not a good week for Louisiana football. Boo. Anyways, PMI data, when you read it, anything over 50 is seen as strength or expansion in manufacturing sector. Below 50 means contracting in the manufacturing sector. Just to kind of give you the base definition of it if you guys really want. So ISM, the Institute of Supply Management, is what ISM stands for. Their PMI report, is based on data compiled from monthly replies to questions asked of purchasing and supply executives. Again, it's a composite index based on seasonally adjusted diffusion indexes for 5 of the indicators with differing weights: new orders, production, employment, supply, deliveries, and inventories. And again, higher than 50 means an expanding sector. Under 50 means a contracting sector. They are expecting 47.7 for September for manufacturing PMI, 47.7. So slight contracting manufacturing sector. ISM manufacturing prices are also going to be here, released both at 10 o'clock. And then if we look back a little bit, we also have just regular manufacturing PMI that drops at 9:45. Expectations for that are 48.9, 48.9. So we'll cover that too. Catching back up on the chat. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, Jaden Daniels, he's good, but he chokes under pressure is what it is. I think he actually played well on Saturday, but he chokes under pressure. He's just not clutch like Burrow, unfortunately. You know, he's not clutch like Burrow. And Mississippi State have a good team, you know. Like their quarterback, our defense is really who blew the game, though. I don't even think we can really blame our quarterback on LSU. I think the defense lost the game. Like they just didn't perform well. They suck. All right, guys. And again, we got manufacturing PMI data. All right, guys. So I'm also looking at other stuff. Dude, I got so many windows up on this computer. Good thing I got the RAM for it, but still, dude. I'm gonna have to cut out all this stuff, dude. I got so many windows. Exit. I remember I was searching for where Jerome Powell was gonna speak. But again, Powell's not speaking publicly. I wish he would. I love it when Powell speaks publicly. Those are my biggest streams we ever have, dude. This is when Powell speaks. So. All right, so again, SPY down. Let me know if you think the SPY will bounce. Let's take a look at our poll numbers here that we did. All right, guys. So let's see what else we got here, team. Yeah, my Top Step account growth is getting pretty nice though. Like we're growing our funded account. We've at this point in time we've had 4 green days over 200. We've had way more than actually 4 green days, but we've had 4 green days over 200. So we only need one more green day and we can actually withdraw. All right, team. Yeah. Again, Dixie pushing up. SPY still really, really flat. Look at the SPY. We're like right at the previous closing price, like right at the sideways level here. Like, look, we are right at the neutral level. Like, look. So here's the previous closing price. It's the level at which stocks go from red to green, green to red. You can see we're right there. We are right there, right at that spot, right at that level. Again, bump that like button. We got 35 likes. We can do better than that. I appreciate it. All right, so again, look at the Dixie here, man. So the Dixie's up a lot. The SPY is not really down, but watch how much the dollar index is up today. Again, maybe the government shutdown news is influencing this favorably. Yeah, all good, Chris. What's up, man? It's just so hard when bonds are selling off and yields were spiking. Look like futures meant we were rallying. Yeah, it's very strange, man. It's very strange. Like, most people thought that we would bounce really heavily today on the shutdown avoiding news. Like, we avoided the shutdown. A lot of people thought we would bounce really heavily, but we didn't. What's up, GG? Hey, what's up, dude? You think S&P 500 premiums might be jacked up due to Powell today? I don't know if Powell speaks publicly. He speaks, but I don't think it's a public speech. I hope it is. I really hope it is. If I'm wrong, let me know where to find it. But I don't think it's a public speech at all. You know. So again, I don't think Powell speaks publicly today. I think he's like doing a walk around town with some group today that's not going to be streamed publicly. I did some heavy research over the weekend because I was bent on finding it because again, I always cover Powell speeches. Yeah, so he's due to speak at a roundtable discussion alongside Philly Fed President Harker. I hope it's public, man. I hope he makes it public and they stream that. You know, if they do, it's great. Let me know what you guys think of this music too. But yeah, he's supposed to be speaking. I don't think it is. Again, I don't think it's a public speech. So like, I don't think he. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be speaking publicly. What? Okay, there's the code. Thank you. All right, SPY starting to bounce back up. We're at 427.50s. All right, so again, Fed Chief Powell and Harker speak today. All right, so yeah, Powell is due to speak at a roundtable discussion alongside Philly Fed President Harker. What they're going to be talking about is going to be of interest after New York Fed boss John Williams suggested Friday interest rates should stay high for some time. But I don't think they're actually going to stream this event. Let me see. Yeah, if anybody can find where this is going to be, I hope it's live. Yeah, but we got ISM data. Powell speaking at 11. JOLTS data tomorrow. ADP and ISM services on Wednesday. Jobless claims Thursday. Yeah, I'm looking more. So it's going to be a Q&A with business leaders in Philly. Yeah, I'm looking at more info on this. Again, if you could find out where they're doing this, I don't know where they're going to stream this live. It's the Philly Fed Harker guy. If you look at the Federal Reserve Bank of Philly, you see their events, September 26th, 27th. See, but they just don't talk about it anywhere. It's so hard to find this stuff, man. They don't even have it scheduled, bro. Now, let me catch back up on chat team. Did they hold off on the shutdown to prevent a super crash? Yes. Yeah, they held off on the shutdown because they pushed it back to November 17th, I think. Good morning, John and all. While the mess here in DC dragged the markets last week, hopefully it'll be green this week. Yeah, the shutdown is averted. I mean, we're not shutting down. We didn't shut down. What's up, Mattel? Give me 1 second, brother. I'll try to go over that, dude. Yeah, we have one of those, like, those massage guns at work. Hey, what's up, Alvin? What's up, Biggie? Hey, nice, Chris. That's great, man. Great to hear, dude. Hey, John, I know this is not stock related, but I need help. Can I direct message you anywhere and ask a personal question? Email me at beginnertrading@gmail.com. I'm just gonna tell you though, if you're asking for money, you know, stuff like that, I can't do it. I got a lot of stuff going on right now. You know, like my stepdad is in poor health, and you know, I'm trying to help him get back up to Canada to be with his family, and so I'm doing that. And we are, I got stuff going on with my kids, like just, you know. 20 shutdown scares. Yeah, I mean, I know every few years we get a shutdown scare for sure. I mean, it's just pretty standard. It happens. But yeah, can anybody find if they're going to stream the Powell talk, bro? I'm ready for the Powell talk. Let's see if they have it. Again, ISM manufacturing data at 10. S&P manufacturing PMI data at 945. So we got ISM at 10, S&P at manufacturing PMI at 945. We got the opening bell. And we also have unemployment and a couple other things this week, too. Okay, yeah, as long as it's not money, Jeremy, like, go ahead. Beginnertrading@gmail.com. Hey, thanks so much, Roy. Yeah, hey, honestly, I think shorts in September are a pretty safe bet a lot of the time. But, you know, there's always going to be those few years where September just does not hurt the market and we get just big pumps from it and stuff. You know what I mean? So yeah. How do you feel about Oh, yeah, Tesla deliveries today. I completely forgot about that. When did they go live? Do they ever tell you when they go live, Jeremiah? I wish they said and made it like an event where they told you what time these deliveries were going to go live for Tesla. Do they? I would love if they did. Check out Barron's. All right, so most of the time Tesla estimates come down a little at the end of any quarter, typically by 1 to 2%. This quarter's estimates are about off 3%, so that's scaring a little people from early projections. The lower estimate is 438,000 by FactSet. Highest is 511,000. It's a 73,000 difference. Again, is there a specific time these go live? I'm trying to cover all the major news, but Help your boy out, guys. 8:30 Eastern is when Tesla numbers go live? Nah, Jose. Can anybody confirm that? 9 a.m.? Really? Because if they're that, we'll cover them if they go live. If they go live at the same time as typical economic data, we'll cover it. You know, we'll dedicate the stream to it. But and so you guys, if you want the Tesla numbers quick, we can get them quick. But again, let me know what time they usually drop, realistically. See if they talk about it on the website. Wait, Tesla. Wait. Tesla's making me sign in, dude, to the investor relations website. What? Why? Why in the world would you make me sign in here, dude? I'm gonna have to Google this. That's kind of crazy. I mean, I'm ready. Listen, Tesla earnings drop live this week, bro. So Tesla earnings go live this week. Okay, if Tesla delivery numbers go live at 8:30, we'll cover them. Anybody give me like, let me see. Let's see if Pawn, I might have to need your help with this. All right, so hey, Tesla delivery numbers, guys. I'm ready for it. Yeah, so again, if their delivery numbers go live at 8:30, we're covering. All right, team. Let me fix this real quick. Sorry, I'm editing some stuff. SPY started to bounce up a little bit. Yeah, so again, Tesla delivery numbers are supposed to go live at 8:30, people are saying. I hope they do, man. Let's see. Also looking at Powell, man. Powell's supposed to speak, dude. All right, so again, SPY up a little bit. Chad, help me out. Yeah, so don't this data usually come out Sunday? Yeah, so I'm looking at here for the Tesla delivery numbers. Yeah, so again, it doesn't say when they're going live, but the other thing to take into account with Tesla is that their numbers drop is that their numbers dropped this month too. All right, guys. So, yeah, we got ISM manufacturing PMI today too. Let's copy this and push this back a little bit. Go. So again, are they supposed to drop at 8:30? Yeah, so again, sorry guys, we're fixing some other stuff here. Yeah, I know Powell speaks at 11. Let me catch back up on the chat. Yeah, I get Tesla at 250s right now. 250 is a pretty big level too. So again, the shutdown was avoided here today too, which is great, but all right. Will Bank of Japan intervene soon for 45 days? There's another 408 is also possible. Yeah. Again, there's the SPY, and here's Tesla at 251s. This is quarter 3, right? All right, so yeah, this is big, guys. Again, Tesla quarter 3 delivery numbers is what this is. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at the estimates for this. So they're also expected to release delivery and production numbers for 23 this week. And they're preparing to launch the Cybertruck. So during the quarter 2 earnings call, Elon said, quote, "We continue to target 1.8 million vehicles delivered this year, although we expect that quarter 3 production will be a little bit down because we've got some shutdowns too for a lot of factory upgrades. So just probably a slight decrease in production in the quarter 3 for sort of a global factory upgrades," end quote. And that was Elon Musk. All right, so again, Tesla quarter 3 deliveries are likely to hit today, this morning. Tesla was on track to hit 460 to 465K in the quarter, longer than expected downtimes in the Austin and Shanghai factories. 20,000 units to shift into quarter 4. So 44K or 440,000 is according to Dan Ives, the line in the sand. And yeah, so here's 251s. Yeah, we'll see. I feel like people are trying to sabotage the market. Not really. I mean, September's always a bad month, brother. Again, we also have manufacturing and services PMI data live. All right, so again, we'll put this on screen as well. You guys have a good weekend. My weekend was all right. All right, again, we also have manufacturing PMI data today. So again, to put it into perspective, ISM manufacturing PMI is probably the biggest manufacturing release of the month. That is scheduled to release at 10 a.m. So about 30 minutes after the opening bell today, we have ISM data going live. Tomorrow, we also have JOLTS and some other reports going live as well. And the ISM data is scheduled for 9:45 for the regular S&P manufacturing, and then the ISM data is scheduled for 10. Again, market has been very flat, though. I mean, look at the SPY. The SPY is basically straddling the previous closing price, which is the red to green, green to red level. And so we'll put this data up on screen so you can see it. We'll put this scrolling at the bottom. Catch back up on everybody. What are you going to be for Halloween? I don't know yet. Yeah, nobody remind me of Louisiana football this weekend, bro. Nobody freaking remind me, dude. Honestly, LSU got beat by Mississippi, by Ole Miss. The Saints got beat by the Bucks. Not happy about it. Bad week for Louisiana football. That's all I'm saying. So what are the estimates for Tsla deliveries? So delivery estimates are about 450K, I would say. Looking at the AI as the help. Yeah, looking at the voting here. 30. So we asked people earlier, will today's PMI data help or hurt the stock and futures markets? 39% think they're going to help the market. 27% think they're going to hurt the market. 20% think no reaction, and 13% said I don't know. We're going to cover this on Twitter as well. All right, again, Tsla delivery numbers go live. It's a big day. All right, do we come in higher or lower than 450K? Let me know in the chat. We also doing a Twitter poll here. I'll make it 2 hours long. How much will Powell hurt the markets? I'm not sure. But again, I'm not sure if anybody can help me out. I don't know if they're actually going to be streaming this Powell event. Like, I'm pretty sure I searched a lot about this over the weekend. And from what I can see, he's basically going to be walking around the city with the Philly with Harker. There's not going to be any live streams of this, from my understanding. And maybe I'm wrong, and maybe I'll check elsewhere, specifically the Philly Fed site, as well as the Federal Reserve site. But I don't think they're streaming this today, man. I just don't think they're streaming this today. We can check the Philly Fed site. Here's the Philadelphia Fed site. But again, I don't think they're streaming this today. I hope they do, because again, that's always better for me. Like, I truly do hope they do. Philly Fed hasn't streamed anything in a while. The problem with all of these places is that they're so behind on updates. Like, it's so difficult to figure out where they're going to be, when they're going to speak, what they're going to speak in. And so again, if anybody has any data on that, let me know. I'm pretty sure though they don't speak live. So they might recap what he says after 11, but I don't think he's speaking live. Yeah. All right, guys, look at the SPY dump here. Look at Tesla fall down a little bit to 251s. Again, delivery numbers are slated to go live around 8:30, about an hour before the open is what I'm seeing too. Yeah, we have manufacturing PMI data later on this week. We've got non-farm employment change on Wednesday, and then Thursday we've got jobless claims. Friday we have unemployment and payroll numbers, which is a pretty big week, a good week to watch. Now that we're out of September, the September slump historically is not a good time for markets, of course. And so now that we're out of September, we'll see what the market does. It'll be interesting to see. Yeah, I hope he talks live, but he's not going to, I'm pretty sure. Again, I just don't know where they would even... Yeah, I'm looking up to try to find the data, but I don't think Powell's speaking. SPY did break down a little bit today too, guys. So the SPY did break down a little bit. Again, the shutdown was averted, which is, again, I'm very surprised the market's not up more. I would think with the shutdown being avoided, that we'd get more bullish action today, but nope. Again, SPY under the previous closing parts. Part of me wants to short, but it's still very slow. In terms of earnings this week, I don't think we have anything big either. It's the second. So we have AEHL. We've got UPXI. Later on this week, McCormick, nothing. We got Tilray on Wednesday. Tilray earnings in the morning. We'll cover those. Nothing else really, though. Everything else is pretty slow. I'm just ready for earnings seasons to start again. Still waiting for Tesla delivery numbers going live sometime this morning. Sitting here waiting on that. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So they're scheduled for 8:30 roughly, but nobody knows exactly what time the numbers are going to come out. They think it's around 8:30. And so everybody's kind of waiting for the Tesla delivery numbers to drop. They think it's around 8:30, but again, we're going to stream and cover it as soon as it happens. You'll see the volatility from Tesla when it happens too. Again, gold's starting to rip back up. We're at 1850s here, guys. 1850s for gold. So gold started to bounce back up. Again, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. It's around 830, right? 422 is the last key level to watch on the SPY. Last week's low, test that before unemployment data, then bounce. Maybe. I hope you're right. Again, if we put up like a 10-day chart, it's been a rough 10 days here on the SPY. But again, it's kind of pullback city for me. Like, I don't mind buying the dip and seeing if we get a bounce in October, November, December. Hey, what's up, Nando's? Bitcoin up. Is Bitcoin up today? Let me see. Yeah, Bitcoin up to almost 29K. Looks good. I don't think EVs are bad, man. I think EVs are good for the world, and I think eventually they're going to figure out ways to be more efficient in terms of production of EVs and EV materials. I think that's going to happen as people realize that electric vehicles are simply more efficient than gas-powered vehicles. And I know big oil is holding on to like internal combustion engines, but I think there's no argument in terms of the efficiency. Of course, people are going to bring up mining and the environmental impacts of mining for lithium and all that different stuff, right? And I understand that argument as well. I'm not saying EVs are even better for the environment. It's pretty arguable either way. But EVs are simply better vehicles. They're more efficient. They're faster. They have better mileage. Okay. And those three aspects, EVs are just simply better vehicles, right? Now, no matter which way you look, no matter what argument you have, those three things are true. EVs are faster than gas-powered vehicles. Like, again, the Tesla Plaid goes 9 seconds, quarter-mile stock. People don't realize, like, the Fast and the Furious made a lot of people think 10-second cars were, like, the standard. A 10-second car is a freaking drag car, you know? And so a 9-second car, incredibly fast, way faster than any other stock car in the world. The other thing is mileage. Mileage is obviously way better. Now, there's also some arguments in terms of, like, you have to stop and charge them, but if you charge them overnight, you're going to get more bang for your buck in terms of mileage. And so, again, they're just more efficient. Now, the other arguments come into play in which, like, people argue on their environmental efficiency, and that's a different argument completely. And I definitely understand the skepticism for there too, but it's interesting. Yeah, again, SPY dipping down. Oh, gold's down on the day. I'm saying gold's starting to bounce back up a little bit from 1840s. It's still down on the day. Bitcoin, really nice on the day too. Right, exactly, Chris. 10-second cars are incredibly difficult to build. Usually, they are not very comfortable cars to ride in. I've ridden in a number of different 10-second cars. They are not comfortable at all. The torque will slam you on your freaking in the back of your seat, man. They are just not fun cars to drive. The gas mileage sucks. Like, they are just not fun cars to drive. Like, my sweet spot in terms of speed in a car is like 12-second car. Like, an 11 or 12-second car is still obscenely fast. It's still going to beat 90% of the cars on the road, but it's still comfortable, you know? Yeah, for sure, Eduardo, 100%, dude. Not arguing with you there, brother. Again, we're still waiting for the Tesla delivery numbers. They're supposed to go live sometime. And again, the government shutdown was avoided. Again, we all kind of knew this was coming. John, not what I heard. In what regard, Detra? I can only imagine how they will start trying to compete with EVs. Yeah, in what regard? Yeah, for which one, Detra? Yeah, I feel you, Polaris. Like he said, John, as you know, I have a PhD in physics. I didn't know, but now I know. But again, no offense. I'm not saying you don't have that, Polaris, right? But we are on the internet, brother. And so, you know, I'm not saying you don't have a PhD, but like the amount of people that tell me they've got all these crazy, maybe they do, but you know, oh, talking to the other John. Okay, gotcha. Why is the market breaking down again? I don't know if there's a reason for it. But no, I respect what you're saying, Polaris. He said they're slightly more environmentally efficient. It's very nuanced there. Like, again, whether like you got to mine lithium to get the batteries behind them. You know, like that's not good for the environment, of course. And so what you have to argue in both of those aspects is is mining lithium better or worse than internal combustion motors exhausts and impacts on the environment, um, as well as like oil drilling, and like mining lithium versus oil drilling is basically the argument, and it's a very nuanced argument. I'm not going to even claim to know. Yeah, it means delayed. So it's delayed until mid-November. All right, so again, SPY at 427s. Interesting spot here. We're bouncing up a little bit short term, but the market has been in shambles. Again, Powell speaks today at 11. I do not believe it's going to be. I do not believe it's going to be streamed live, and so most people are going to be sitting here just waiting for him to speak, and then catching the cliff notes afterwards is what he's going to say. It'll be an interesting thing. I'm wondering where we're going to be able to find the cliff notes. I mean, we'll cover them here, but we did a poll on Twitter. We asked people, Tesla delivery numbers drop soon. Do we come in higher or lower than 450K? 48% said higher. 52% say lower. We also did a poll on our PMI data here. Will today's PMI data help or hurt the market and the stock and futures markets? 38% say help. 29% say hurt. 20% say no reaction, and no reaction, and 13% of honest folks out there say I don't know. 425 soon today. Market fears Powell. Yeah, but Powell's not going to be a full live speech. Like, people are going to wait to see what he says, but it's not going to be streamed live, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, lubricants are always needed, of course. Like, people are always going to need lubricants. I'm not arguing that here. You're always going to need lubricants to a certain extent. Like, motor oil is what I mean by lubricants. And there's a lot of other forms of it, too. But, again, internal combustion engines, I think just by how purely efficient EVs are, I think eventually they're going to fade out. I'm not sure when that's going to be, though. That's super nuanced and subjective in terms of opinion there. But yeah. Beyonce movie coming to AMC? Is it really? I feel much better if they could make hydrogen. Yeah. Because that's the market, David. If the market was that easy to predict, brother, we'd all be rich, dude. Seriously, man. If the market was that easy to predict, we'd all be rich. You got to understand, like, nobody freaking knows what the market is going to do. Nobody knows. Again, if I wish the market was as easy as wait for them to say good things, buy it and profit, right? Or wait for good earnings to come out, buy it and profit. Or wait for low inflation data to come out, buy it and profit. I wish the market was like that. It's just not, man. The market is not that easy to make money. In terms of short-term anything. Like, so regardless of what it is, if it's short-term, the reactions are very, very volatile and unpredictable is the thing you got to understand. Like, the market responses to these things are very unpredictable. Long-term things play out as they should, in my opinion, but short-term, very difficult to predict. Very difficult to predict any of this stuff. So you just got to have that in mind and understand it. I've heard that solid state ion battery is great for EV. Yeah, SSDs are, the natural next step, I think, for them. The sound of a V8. Well, yeah, I mean, but that's just nostalgia, and that'll go away as people age, to be honest. And so that's not something that's going to keep too much of the. Listen. I love motors, bro. I'm a big motorhead, dude. Like, I loved. Like, I raced a lot when I was younger, mostly JDM stuff, to be honest. So, like, tuner culture. I grew up with the Fast and Furious, right? So I grew up with, like, tuner culture and, like, all that stuff. And so I had, like, a Honda Prelude with, like, an H22 with VTEC in it. When I was younger, I had a bunch of, like, different cars. My cars would break down a lot, but My favorite car was my Prelude, but I was a big JDM fanboy. I had a friend that had a Type R and a GSR, and yeah, we used to race those things constantly, man. So I love cars, but for the same reason, like standards are getting phased out, is that you just don't need them anymore. Automatics have become so efficient that you don't need to shift the gears anymore. You're actually going to get better results not shifting the gears and instead just letting the automatic transmission do it for you. It's going to be more precise and efficient, and it's just going to be more efficient. And over time, efficiency is king, and that's what will gravitate everything towards. All right, guys. Waiting for these EV numbers to come out for Tesla. Still waiting. Yeah, Powell, Harker, Barr, and Williams on the docket. Powell likely to repeat his views from the FOMC meeting. It's supposed to go live at 11. Again, I don't know when, where, what he's going to be doing here. But I don't think it's going to be streamed live, but we'll cover it. All right, guys. So again, waiting for the Tesla delivery numbers. All right, guys. We're bouncing up a little bit on the SPY. We're at about 427s here, 427s. Again, if any, I'll give somebody $20 if they can find where Powell is going to be speaking, or not where he's going to be speaking. If they can find a live stream of Powell speaking, I'll Zelle you, PayPal you, whatever you want, $20 if you can find a live stream of him speaking today at 11 a.m. If you find out that is actually a live thing that we're going to be able to cover, I'll give you $20. If not, sorry, but yeah. Yeah, and it's you shouldn't hold on to nostalgia too much. Like, you got to understand the stuff coming out is going to be way cooler than anything we've had historically. And so it's important to understand, like, the numbers that are going to be coming out are pretty dope, dude. Or the vehicles that are going to be coming out are pretty cool, So you just got to appreciate the new improvements in technology. I could look back on my childhood with nostalgia, and I get it. But the stuff we have nowadays can't compete, or the stuff we had back then can't compete to what we have now, and that's just the truth. Right? Like the technology that we have now, like, I'm able to watch multiple things on one device, on one iPad at the same time. I can do all these different things, multitask, stream from my office at home, stock market stuff, and trade live for everybody to see. It's just it's a different world. And so while we can look back at the past with fondness, I think we got to appreciate the future too. Yeah. Efficiency in terms of energy consumption is irrelevant to the average consumer. All they care about is efficiency in terms of cost, and EVs are way more expensive total cost of ownership. Maybe. Also, guys, bump that like button. Help me hit over 100 likes. We got 71 right now, 71 likes. We could do better. Yeah, for sure, Dad. You're 100%, man. A lot of people are concerned about that. But again, that's where the argument gets really nuanced, is which one is better. And I know, like, conventionally, people are going to think EVs are just automatically better, and I don't necessarily agree with that. I think it's very nuanced. It's very close. All right, so we got the 8 a.m. scrum right here. There's a big volatility jolt from Tesla here, guys. A big volatility jolt. Now, I don't think it's the delivery numbers, but I'm watching pretty close. Look at this jolt in Tesla price. Look at it move here. So Tesla price is actually moving a little bit. Let's see if we can find them on the Tesla site. Yeah, so we're waiting for Q3 numbers. Could just be the 8 a.m. scrum for Tesla. People preparing for the delivery numbers to drop is what this could be. All right, we're checking up on other places here. All right, so we're watching Tesla here. Again, it's pretty close here. Tesla falling down here, though, guys. Look at Tesla dipping under the previous closing price. Tesla now red on the day. SPY still breaking down under 426.70s. So we're looking red right now, team, in markets. Definitely looking red. Yeah, I don't see the delivery numbers out. We're on their site. No delivery numbers out yet. Trying to bounce up. SPY still falling down some. Again, we're looking up news. Goldman Sachs says the Magnificent Seven stocks haven't been this cheap in 6 years. The Magnificent Seven are Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Nvidia, and Tesla, and Meta. Yeah, they're definitely down. Look at Tesla bounce back up. So Tesla now green on the day. Let's see if this influences the SPY more on the upside now. Again, the company compiled consensus estimate is about 455,000. A few weeks ago, it was 473, but they adjusted it for Tesla. There's some algo trading. So look at the market fall here. So I'm trying to catch what the market is dipping on. Here's Apple. Apple at 171.40s, 171.40s for Apple. Look at the SPY still fall. So again, look at the SPY dip. Apple red. Or no, Apple's still green on the day. What's dragging the market down? There's Microsoft. Is it Nvidia? No, Nvidia's still pretty green. Tesla very flat, like right in the middle range. Everybody waiting for these numbers to come out for Tesla. What's weighing the market down, guys? Does anybody know? I see the S&P falling here. Microsoft's down a little bit. Apple. We gotta look at Microsoft, Apple, Netflix maybe. Not Netflix. Anybody know what's weighing the market down? Well, I mean, I know, but generally, okay. So generally when the market falls like this, a couple stocks are weighing it down, right? Which means like a couple large weighted stocks are dragging this down. It's not really Tesla. Tesla's break even right now. It's down a little bit though. But it's not really Tesla. We're trying to figure out what this is and what's dragging the market down, like what stocks. Google could definitely be it. Google's falling a little bit. Microsoft is approaching the previous close. Walmart. Yeah, a lot of people saying it has to do with bonds and bond yields. Yeah, what's the 10-year symbol on like on TOS? Like, what's the 10-year symbol? Does anybody know? Like, what's a good 10-year symbol um, for the 10-year Treasury? Tesla's still heading up though. It's at 250.30. Still waiting on these delivery numbers for Tesla. So they say they're going to be an hour before the open, but we don't really know exactly when. We do know it's probably going to cause volatility. Yeah. Okay, there it is. Yeah, but where can I watch them on TOS? Can I look at them on TOS? I guess is the question. Okay, here we go. It's T and X. Thank you for that. So again, look at Tesla start to bounce up. Tesla at 250s right now. Again, pretty flat on the day though. But here's T and X, which you can say 10-year Treasury index. You know, they're starting to increase a little bit today. They're still down overall on the day though. SPY still coming down at 426. We're right around yesterday or Friday's low here, team. So we're right around Friday's low here. Amazon? Isn't Amazon? I didn't see. Yeah, Amazon is really what it is. Amazon's weighing the market down. Tesla's still trying to bounce back up here. Look at Tesla. But again, here's the SPY ripping down. Again, we could look at like the NASDAQ here. NASDAQ falling down too. This is the NQ futures contract, the NASDAQ. Yeah, Amazon's fallen down. It's under the previous closing price now. And so you can see all these other large cap stocks and how they're waiting on the market. There's Amazon. There's Meta. These are all kind of falling down. Google dipping down a little bit. Google cracked lows. Apple is still green on the day though, but they're approaching. A lot of this is flat, but the SPY is not. So the SPY is still falling. Again, I'll probably use this as an opportunity to kind of buy stuff up, but how long I want to hold it is arguable, or is certainly up for discussion. I think if we look at the longer term chart here though, you know, like here's a yearly chart. I think we're still in this very obvious trend. You know, I think this trend has been here all year, and so we are really at the bottom of this trend right now. Now again, I'm not saying we're gonna hold. Do you all think we hold this trend line is the question. I'm not saying we do hold. I really have no idea whether we hold here or not, but again, we can kind of see we are at the bottom of this trend line, and so that's a pretty important spot right here. If we break through underneath this and continue going down, you know, it's a bad look. If we start to bounce here, even if we just make it halfway back up, you know, one of the more interesting charts that I've seen is Nvidia, and Nvidia was leading the market, and I think a really optimistic sign for tech is Nvidia being basically back at the 440 level. At least it was. Yeah, so Nvidia at 440s. I think that's a great sign. If Nvidia can break and hold 450, I think that's a really optimistic sign for tech. Because again, Nvidia has been what has really been weighing on the market a lot over the last couple weeks. You know, Nvidia's breakdown here, if we put up a longer term chart, here's a 20-day chart. You know, Nvidia was at 500s back in September. On September 1st, came all the way back down to basically 400s, and then it started to bounce back. Now, there's a lot of levels that need to hold here if we're going to be optimistic about this, but yeah. Yeah, earnings coming out too. You know, earnings do drop this month, so they start mid-October. So Tesla earnings start, I think, are on the 18th. So we get 2 weeks until Tesla earnings, which is really the spark off of earnings season. This week we have non-farm payrolls and unemployment on Friday. Pretty big release day. This week is only about JOLTS tomorrow. Nah, man. JOLTS is okay. I mean, it's a somewhat relevant report. It's certainly not insignificant, but it's also not the biggest release this week. The release this week is really going to depend on two major releases. They're both come on Friday, as well as Powell speaking today. If he says anything that differs from what he said the last Fed meeting, that might influence the market. But we do have JOLTS tomorrow. But the big report this week is unemployment and non-farm payroll data on Friday. That's the biggest release. Much bigger and more watched than the JOLTS report. All right, guys. Hey, Tesla numbers still sitting tight. There's a video, though, bouncing at the VWAP. Again, here's the SPY. JOLTS is bigger than Friday. I disagree. Chat, well, we could ask the chat. I mean, it's subjective, I guess. What do you guys think is bigger, JOLTS or unemployment and payroll numbers Friday? I think unemployment and payroll numbers are going to be more influencing over markets. JOLTS report is, again, it's somewhat relevant, but it's not crazy relevant. But again, maybe I'm wrong. Oregon Trail, the GOAT video game of the 90s. Again, we're watching Netflix too here. Netflix gapped up to like 381s and then came all the way back down. Definitely unemployment is very important. Yeah, I mean, the JOLTS report is important, but in terms like, and maybe for different markets, like maybe, you know, maybe like real estate professionals like the JOLTS report more or whatever it is, right? But in terms of like the financial markets, hey, dude. How you doing, bro? You doing good this morning? Good morning, man. You all right?
Yeah, near the back of my legs here. It's like a short pain.
I'm sorry, dude. Might be from jiu-jitsu, buddy. I'm all hurt from jiu-jitsu. My neck always hurts. So, payroll numbers, unemployment, in my opinion. JOLTS gave the market a nice jolt. Yeah, there's a lot of good puns to be had there. Yeah, we remember that, bro. Show him. Flex that Lego set on him, dude. Look at this. Jack did this all by himself. It's actually pretty cool. It's got like stuff inside. I don't want to break it though, bro. Here.
It's every video that I'm in.
Yeah. Hey, flex it on him, Jack. It's okay, buddy. Yeah, I mean, we're going to stream both, KC, so it's all good, brother. You know, we're going to stream both. Progress on what? Here, we don't need to bring it in, dude. Dude, don't break it, bud.
I'm not.
Okay, man.
I like
yeah, but you don't want to do that, bud. That thing was $200. That F1 racing car set. What if the Fed pivots? Oof, that'll definitely influence the market again, but that's not going to happen. We got the FOMC minutes report in a couple minutes. Look at Tesla bounce. Tesla up to 250 60s here. So Tesla tried to bounce too. Yeah, my son's 9 though. Jack, we named him after my grandfather. My grandfather was named Jack. And so, yeah, still waiting for Tesla delivery numbers, team.
So this is what we're working on.
Yes, this is what we're working on. What is that? That's part of the motor. Speaking of internal combustion motors, this is part of the motor. He's working on this.
Speaking of that says Tesla on it.
Honestly, this was like an adult Lego set too. It was like for 18 years or older Legos. And like Jack is still doing it at 9. So good work, dude. Look, they said good job. Look. Yeah, I call him Jackie all the time. Have a great day, young man. Great work. Cool. Nice work, Jack. Nice. I sucked at Legos. That's a real skill. Nice job, Jack. Legos. Let's go. Good job, buddy. Yeah, I got to work though, but I love you. Good job, dude. Love you, bud. All right. All right, team. Again, Tesla delivery numbers scheduled to go live. Tesla still bouncing up a little bit. We'll see if it drags the rest of the market up, which it kind of needs it. You know, we want the market to move up. And then again, Tesla earnings happen this month as well. So this month is actually a pretty big month. We got Tesla earnings. We got CPI in the next 10 days. We got Powell speaking today. We got JOLTS tomorrow. We got non-farm employments on Wednesday. We've got more stuff on Wednesday. Tilray earnings on Wednesday. Thursday, we got jobless claims. Friday, we got unemployment and payroll numbers. So we got a bunch of different stuff going live this week. It's a big week. Yeah, for sure. He loves coding. Like he loves video games, but if he plays them too much, it like, you know, it's hard for him to like, it's overstimulating if he plays video games too much. And so one of the things I made him do was I stopped letting him play conventional video games during the week. And the only thing I'll let him do is I'll let him code his own video games. Like I'll let him code his own video games through Scratch, which is like a kid's programming like app. And so I'll tell him he can code his own games and play those, but that's it. And so he's okay with that. So he's been learning like Scratch programming for the last like year or so, and he's getting pretty good at it. All right, so again, Tesla still sitting here waiting for the numbers to go live. They're supposed to go live today. Look at the SPY fall down and test that previous low of the day as well. That 260, the 426 level is a big spot, a big level here. Look at this. Yeah, well, I mean, thank you guys. I mean, I appreciate it. With kids, it's all about sparking their passions, man. Like, you got to get them interested in stuff. If you just let them sit around playing games all day, sitting on social media or whatever it is, like they're not gonna have any valid interests or passions. You know, like you want them to be successful, you got to make them genuinely enjoy different things. And the only way to really make them do that is to take away all the other distractions like video games and everything else, man. Because they'll just, again, they won't be interested in anything. Yeah, games can teach you strategy for sure. I think so as well. And we let them play games occasionally. We don't just purely take all of them away. Only on weekends. But we certainly don't let them sit there playing them nonstop. Yeah, Rivian, man. Again, Rivian was kind of Rivian had a crazy IPO and kind of caused a lot of big volatility in the markets. Back, you know, and it's had a little bit better of a year over the second half of the last 52 weeks. But I'm skeptical. I've seen a lot more Rivians in my area, though. You know, I think I see a lot more luxury vehicles based off of where I live, because where I live, we just have a lot of, for lack of a better word, money. And so I see Teslas constantly, but I have seen a number of different Rivians. I saw a Rivian, I think it was a Rivian SUV, last week, and I've also seen in my neighborhood a Rivian truck that drives around my neighborhood too. So I've seen Rivians pretty up close recently. And yeah, being good at video games is a career nowadays. It is, but what's more so is a career than video games is just a social media personality, right? So like being good at video games can, like, you can be a pro video game player, but most pro players are just social media influencers, and they make money. Like, again, they make money, but it's not, whether they win or lose isn't the most important thing anymore, I think. Chess, very important. Yeah, chess is great. All right, guys, again, SPY right at the low of the day here, right at the lows, testing that level now. Again, Tesla right at 250.40s. Again, Rivian up there at 24.30. And again, the delivery numbers are really expected to show up here, team. Again, at 450,000. Around 8:30 to 9 a.m. And so again, I'm getting differing results, but I think it's around 8:30 to 9. Have you guys noticed the EMA is different on a chart with no extended hours? Yeah, 100%. I always try to put extended hours data in there because that's very relevant data. A lot of the time you'll get big strides and movements in extended hours. And so not including that on your chart, I think is a mistake. For me, at least. Yeah, I've seen a couple lucids too. Yeah, there's a ton of Teslas here, to the point where they're almost saturated. I talked about it before. I think when the Cybertruck comes out, it's going to break records, because I think Teslas are a status symbol, or they have been over the last 5 years. You know, 3-4 years ago, I saw a Tesla. You're like, ooh, a Tesla, wow. Nowadays, you see one, you're just kind of like, because there's so many of them out there. They're saturated now. I think that they're because of that, they're not quite seen as much as a status symbol as they used to be. I think when the Cybertruck goes live, even if a lot of people think it's ugly, even if a lot of people don't like it, I think it looks different enough, and it's going to be such a head turner that people are going to buy it, right? I think regardless of how good it is, it turns heads. People will say, "Ooh, look, a Cybertruck." Even whether they hate it, they say, "Ooh, look, a Cybertruck, gross." Or whether they love it, they say, "Ooh, look, a Cybertruck, nice." Regardless, people are looking. It's a head turner, and I think that aspect of it is going to make people buy it up. I think it's going to break records, and I think it's going to help Tesla stock whenever it goes live. But the problem is that if it's late going live, that could affect that what I just said as well. All right, guys. Hey, we're supposed to have about 10 minutes before the Tesla delivery numbers go live. But again, we don't know when they're actually going to go live. It's somewhere between 8:30 and 9 a.m. All right, SPY starting to crack lows. Looking weak, breaking down a little bit. All right, so look at Tesla fall down under that previous closing price. A lot of stuff is consolidating here. Look at Tesla dump under 250s. Under 250s. No delivery numbers out yet. What is I see South African total new vehicle sales. What is that? Is that a company or is that just overseas? It's for September. Okay. Yes, because I see those numbers. So again, South African total new vehicle sales came in at 46,021, minus 4.1%. I'm not sure if that's going to affect Tesla like that, but it could. Everything is dumping. Yeah, the whole market. Again, I'm surprised, man. A lot of people thought, just like I did, that like when a lot of people thought that we would get a positive market reaction based off of the shutdown being avoided. I think a lot of people took that angle too and bet everything on that. And now the market's actually down. Not a huge amount, but still it's down nonetheless. National Dump Stock Day, maybe. Yeah, NVIDIA, man. Again, NVIDIA I think is great. I think the fact that NVIDIA is holding here is great. I think NVIDIA almost up to 440s, which I think is a great sign. Again, it went from 500 down to 400 basically over the last 10 to 20 days. It being back up at 440 is a great sign. I bought the dip. I wish I would have held it, but it's all good. Yeah. Not a fan of Robinhood, but if you got 100K sitting, you can make 400 a month with zero risk at 4.9%. Yeah, I mean, I don't know though. Leaving 100,000 sitting in Robinhood for $400 a month seems like a risky endeavor. No, I mean maybe I'm wrong there, but it just seems like a risky endeavor. Tilray will have their earnings call on Wednesday. Pre-market, yeah, for sure. Do you all think is using more cannabis? I don't know, man. I'm skeptical about cannabis legalization. I don't think either sides of government necessarily want that, regardless of what they say. I just don't think they necessarily want that. Yeah, but we'll see if they drop it in 6 minutes. I hope they go live in 6 minutes. Again, they're scheduled to release. There's no hard scheduling date. And again, I'm looking at their website. Last production and delivery date was on July 19th. And the delivery numbers came out July 2nd. So that's going to be very similar to here. And we're just waiting. Tesla's still pretty flat on all this stuff. And again, we're watching NVIDIA closely today too. NVIDIA is a very big one to watch. It's just relevant for everything going on. We'll see if they drop in 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes like we think. Well, Nando said, I feel like they make more money flip-flopping paying themselves for hearings in Congress with respect to cannabis. Well, you got to understand, okay, some of the biggest lobbyist groups in politics are pharmaceutical companies, right? And pharmaceutical companies don't necessarily want cannabis legalized because it's going to take away some of their business. And so what they do is they donate PAC money to both sides of the political spectrum, and you know, they do so with the understanding that those politicians are going to do what they can to keep cannabis from being legalized federally, right? And it's both sides, unfortunately. And it is what it is. I mean, again, that makes me really skeptical with Tilray earnings coming out this week. It just makes me incredibly skeptical. I'm just not confident that, the U.S. market is so much larger than the Canadian market that if some of these big cannabis companies really want to thrive, they're going to need like U.S. legalization federally. And so I just don't think that's anytime soon. Again, NVIDIA's still pushing up. Amazon still looking weak, slightly under the previous closing price. But the SPY is starting to dip, but I think a lot of the market is now, again, sitting back, waiting for these Tesla delivery numbers to go live. Yeah, I feel you, Snow. That's not too bad, I guess. Yeah, where's AMC at? Again, 3 minutes, guys. We'll see if they go live right at 8:30. I hope they do. But again, we're going to stream it live, of course. APRN. Yeah. Tilray. My bias for Tilray comes from, I remember when Tilray was $300 a share. I remember when the hype came out. In 2018, there was something called the cannabis boom, right? A lot of cannabis stocks went nuts. They went crazy. Like Money Mitch from Benzinga and I covered a lot of this stuff when it was happening. And in that regard, I saw Tilray go up to $300 a share. Everybody thought federal legalization was imminent, but then the politicians kind of bumped it back down. Hey, baby, listen, it's 8 right now. Okay, yeah, I love you. All right, yeah, it's 8:30 right now. So numbers are coming out. I gotta, I love you. All right, I love you. Yeah, Carol coming in here right at 8:30. NVIDIA and Tesla are important because they're the ones that artificially drove up the market. Yeah, for sure. NVIDIA definitely. And that's why I watch NVIDIA very closely here. All right, Tesla right at the previous close, right in the middle. Again, everybody's expecting roughly 450 to 460. Here's the previous closing price, this light blue line right here. That's the level at which we know if Tesla's red or green on the day. Yeah, her timing. Oh, well, we think they're at 8:30. We don't actually know exactly. They're between 8:30 and 9, as we said in the right here. They're somewhere between 8:30 and 9. All right, so again, less than a minute. We're watching the Tesla site. We don't know exactly when they're going to go live. We know they're supposed to drop sometime this morning. Yeah. Yeah, 300 share down to 250. All right, guys, 30 seconds. Again, we don't know if they're going to go live right at 8:30. I hope they do, but it's going to be somewhere between 8:30 and 9 a.m. And then we do have Powell speaking later. Again, if somebody can find an actual link to what Powell is saying, I'll give you $20. But I don't think he's doing a live conference. All right, does anybody know when the numbers are scheduled to go live? I think they say, again, I've heard a lot of people say it was at 8:30 to 9 o'clock. All right, so there's 8:30. All right, so there's 8:30. No volatility yet. Watch Tesla, waiting for volatility. Again, we're going to see if they move. There's Tesla bouncing down a little bit. Again, I'm looking on their website, nothing yet. Yeah, Tesla down at 250. Still waiting for the numbers. There's a volatile move. We're waiting for these numbers, guys. And again, we're going to cover them as soon as they're out. They were supposed to come out right around 8:30, according to most people. So again, Tesla moving. We're waiting to see if the numbers are out. Again, we're checking on the site. I don't see anything yet. All right, there's a little pop-up. You'll see the volatility show up. Look at SPY bouncing back, so we should see the volatility show up. Waiting here, team. I don't see any numbers. They were scheduled to release this morning. Refreshing here. Yep, still don't see anything. 9 a.m. Eastern. Okay. All right, 9 a.m. works. Tesla police cars. Honestly, dude, you know, people argue about like the use case. I think Tesla police cars are very, very logical. You know, the bad guys would never get away. Supposed bad guys. You know, my problem with law enforcement lately is like law enforcement is its own gang at this point in time. You know, like they get surplus money in terms of budgets and they use it to buy these ridiculous, like huge, crazy vehicles. And again, I support law enforcement if they're good. You know, I don't think we should just blindly support anybody or any group just based off of anything. I think, you know, I think they can be good cops and bad cops, you know, and I think that I support them if they're good. If they're not good, I don't support them, of course. And that should be how it is for everybody. We shouldn't just blindly support anybody, you know. Yeah, even I don't think they need the Plaid. I think even if they just had the Model 3 or whatever it is, you know, I think that's good enough. Yeah, well, they definitely be fast. All right, so again, guys, the 8:30 number has came and missed. We are waiting here to see when these numbers for Tesla go live. They're supposed to drop sometime today. Again, we had South African vehicle sales go live too. The PMI numbers are due at 10 a.m. We're going to cover that too. So yeah, PMI numbers drop at 9:45 to 10 a.m. The S&P manufacturing PMI numbers drop at 9:45. The ISM, which is the Institute of Supply Management, numbers drop at 10. And again, we're going to cover all of them when they go live. And so, yeah, guys, sorry. A lot of people were saying 8:30 for the Tesla delivery numbers. It doesn't look like that was the case. The other number people are throwing around is 9 a.m. And so we'll see if that's the case as well. Usually these delivery numbers drop on Sunday. but none dropped this morning. So again, usually these numbers drop on Sunday. None dropped yesterday, so we still got some time. Hey, no worries, Essie. All good, dude. Bro, if you think the cops... All right, look at Tesla fall down a little bit under 250 here. At 249.80s here, guys. 249.80s. But yeah, if you think the cops wouldn't be able to figure out how to all right, look at Tesla fall down, testing those lows. If you think the cops couldn't figure out how to charge them, you're wrong, man. Again, I think the opposite would happen. I think if cops started using EVs just based off of how much torque and how fast they are, less people would get away, I think. 1945 result time. Where do you get that from, travelers? Let me check Twitter. This might be a better option. Yeah, so a lot of people are saying 9 a.m. So Gargavin saying 9 a.m. It says, looks like Tesla forgot to release its Q3 numbers. So a lot of people say at 9 a.m. is the new time. So again, 9 a.m. We'll see. Everybody's kind of hyped up for this. Q3 delivery numbers, 9 a.m. I was wrong about my initial one. I guess this one's 9 a.m. Oh, I know about Livingston. Yeah, I mean, again, this is a really kind of divisive topic, so I don't want to get too much into it. I support good cops, right? But I don't think all cops are good. I think some of them have a really big ego and refuse to let stuff go, and I think we should go by the Constitution in that regard. You know, and you see a lot of people that are like, yeah, back the blue. And I'm for it. Listen, if they're good cops, I support them, right? But that's definitely not all of them, and I don't think we should just blindly, like, number one, say anybody is innocent without due process. And you see a lot of people just acting like they know whether one is a good cop, bad cop, innocent or guilty. And I think just labeling somebody innocent just because of who they are is incredibly wrong. And I think that, you know, it should go by a case-by-case basis. But a lot of people are just, you know. All right, guys, Tesla testing these lows down here. We're at 249.80s here, 249.80s. Yeah, for sure. No, I agree. Straight Jacket, you're right. Again, I agree on both sides of that. But probably not a good topic to talk about. We're going to move on from this convo. Countdown to release numbers. Yeah, we'll put a timer up. Timer up here. Again, we got about 21 and a half minutes. Math skills on point. It's 8 a.m. for me is when these numbers come out. 8 a.m. All right, guys. Tesla testing these lows under 250. Will it hold over 250? We'll see. We also have, again, manufacturing and services. Or no, we got manufacturing PMI, ISM PMI data at 10. Regular manufacturing PMI at 9:45. So it's a big day. All right, team. Again, we're also our portfolio is slightly red today. We're down $15. Greed and some other stuff like AMC is up a little bit today. It looks like, and again, I know there was yet another conspiracy theory regarding AMC that came out over the weekend. What a shock! Somehow this one's different though. Rivian dipping. Yeah, look at Rivian. What is Rivian delivery numbers? Are they out? Like, look at Rivian. We're gonna put Rivian on the left side. This is one of Tesla's competitors. Look at the dip. Under 24s. All right, look at Tesla pop up to 250s. All right, so yeah, Rivian produced 16,304 vehicles at its manufacturing facility. Look, here's the data right there. We're gonna put that up in chat again. They produced about 16,500 vehicles in the quarter ending September 30th. They were in line with the numbers. And you can see Rivian did not like that, even though they were in line. In line is going to be seen as negative because of the previous expectations for Tesla if they do come in line. I wonder if Rivian's breaking Tesla down or helping it. Again, Tesla's still testing 250. Let's look at Tesla over the last 10 days or so. Here's a 20-day chart. We're at 249.70s here, 249.70s. Tesla just cracked lows. Also, guys, if you haven't already checked out Top Step, if you want to day trade this volatility, like number one, if you look at the SPY, and then you look at Tesla, the price action is very similar. So you can see Tesla, you can see the SPY, price action very similar, and you can day trade the SPY in what's called the E-mini here. Here's the futures contract of the E-mini. You can day trade this in futures, no PDT rule. You can day trade some of these economic releases, these earnings reports, all that good stuff, because these do move markets, and you can day trade with no PDT in futures. Top Step's the most legit funded program in the world. They pay out millions, fund thousands of traders every year. They've been around for over a decade. They pay out millions in actual withdrawals every year. And it's just a great way to learn day trading with less risk. They give you a demo. They test your skill. If you can hit the target on the demo without hitting the max loss, the base one, they give you a 50K demo. If you can hit 3K without losing 2K, they fund you 50K with a 90% split. It's the best of both worlds. If you lose, you're only out $49. If you're good enough to pass it, you get a 90% split anyway. You get funded with 50K with a 90% split, and you get to keep your first 10K in profit. And so just taking the challenge, build your skill. It really is a great way to learn, but they are a sponsor of mine, so I'm definitely biased in their favor, but just the most legit one in the world. If you want to check them out, here is the link. Great way to help support the channel. There's the link right there. Again, Rivian's starting to bounce up a little bit. It is influencing the market here. Again, E-mini breaking down, although we're starting to bounce back a little bit short term here on the SPY. I don't know. It depends on where Burry got in. And so again, Rivian at 24s. Yeah, I mean, Tesla vehicles, I get it. You don't like them, Chris, and it's all good, bro. Regardless of how you view it, like, it's all love here. It's such a subjective thing. It doesn't matter too much. What I will say is that if you've never owned a Tesla and you haven't tried out their new vehicles, how are you going to know whether they're really well made or not? How are you going to know whether their designs are solid? You know what I mean? Like, I think there's a lot that you probably don't know about them as well. And so I think kind of labeling them with like a broad brush of good or bad based off of limited experience in them, you know, I don't know. But again, like I said, it's all love. Maybe you have more experience than I know about. That's possible too. I don't know. Yeah, I think what's going to change the game for Tesla is this, the full self-driving. I think they're basically there with FSD. And I think that's going to change the world. Not just Tesla, but I think that's going to change the world. It's going to change the standard of driving specifically. That standard of driving is going to influence things from all the rest of the world. And I think that's going to make it so that in 5 to 10 years, the standard of driving is going to be much different. Like, I don't have to worry as much about my kids driving, especially my son who's younger, than I have to worry, than my parents had to worry about, right? And so I think the FSD, not just in Tesla, but the whole world, FSD, full self-driving concept, is going to change the world, and it's going to make a lot of things better, I think. Yeah, all good, Chris. Chat GPT driver. Yeah. Again, watching Rivian bounce up a little bit. We got Tesla here. Numbers scheduled for 15 minutes. And then after this, we got manufacturing and service PMI data coming out. All right, guys. All right, guys. So again, we're starting to bounce back. Tesla up there, almost 250s here. The delivery numbers are slated for 14 minutes by most people here. Now, there's a chance this could be off as well. Most people are thinking they drop in 14 minutes. All right, so again, SPY with a nice bounce back. SPY almost back up to 427s here. It's still red on the day. You can see the previous closing price at 427.40s. All right, so now we're pulling back a little bit more after I just said that. Again, we're watching Rivian, Tilray, a couple other ones. All right. So again, we are bouncing up slightly, but starting to come all the way back down here. Now, the question is, with the delivery numbers coming out, how much will these influence the market? Tesla, very flat. Again, 11 minutes here, 11 minutes. Here we go. I don't think people are psyched about giving up driving. I think it's going to be safer to a certain extent. But maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, and because again, but yeah, look at Ryan Dunn, look at Paul Walker. I think it's just going to be safer, is what I think it's going to be. All right, Tesla's still consolidating around lows. We got 10 minutes until the delivery numbers come out. At least that's when they're scheduled to come out. And again, I still can't find if Powell is speaking. All right, so sideways delivery numbers again. A couple weeks ago, Tesla delivery numbers were expected at 476, 474,000. Now they've revised them, so they think they're going to be a little bit lower than anticipated. $294s. Yeah. The movie Interstellar had self-driving tractors. I think that might come here before self-driving cars. Oh, Louisiana definitely has bad drivers, bro. I live in Houston. I go to Louisiana, dude. The drivers are absolutely terrible, man, in Louisiana. And again, I love my home. I love Louisiana. Terrible drivers. Absolutely horrible. I think most of the way it's going to be is like you're going to have full self-driving, but you're going to be able to activate it and drive yourself if you want to. I think that's obviously what it's going to be. All right, guys, 8 minutes. Yeah, Powell has the discussion at 11, Patrick, but we don't know actually when it's going to be, though. You know what I mean? So, like, Powell has the discussion, but in terms of, like, when it's going to be, whether it's going to be streamable, all that stuff, we don't know. You know what I mean? So, like, we don't know if, I don't think we can actually view it. Yeah, I mean, I get it, David. But I think, all right, so there's Tesla breaking lows, coming back down a little bit. I understand, man. I really do. I mean, I understand people don't want to give up driving. But again, as technology evolves, it's inevitable. All right, so again, there's numbers starting to crack. I don't think the delivery numbers are out. Let me check to make sure. Oh, wait, so they did add a Q3 notch for it, but I don't see the actual delivery numbers out here, guys. So it looks like they might be getting ready to drop. Delivery numbers dropping very soon here, guys, coming very soon. All right, so we're still cracking down. Again, I don't see the delivery numbers out, but I can see they're prepping for the release on their site. And so be ready, guys. I see they're prepping for release. And then we also have manufacturing and services PMI. We have manufacturing ISM PMI dropping too. Market's falling down. Tesla at 249. SPY at 426 is roughly right over the previous low of the day, which is right there at about 426.22. All right, 2. All right, team. $247. Again, Tesla at $249, under $249 for a split second. Rivian's still breaking down though here, guys. So again, Rivian is still falling. We'll see what this looks like here. All right, guys, 3 minutes here. 3 minutes. Look at the timer in the top left. Let's see if these numbers can save or hurt the market. I think my guess is we're going to have bearish responses to this is what my guess is. I think we're going to have bearish responses. Let me know in chat. You guys think it's going to be good or bad responses here right now? All right, here we go. 2.5 minutes. I can see they're prepping it on the site too. They're not actually out yet, but like we can see it prepped on the site right here. You see Q3 pop up right here, which means that they're going to drop production and delivery numbers right below that. Again, 2 minutes here, team. 2 minutes. I'm just hoping volume's back after September. The September slump month is over. All right, guys, 2 minutes. All right, look at the market bounce back. Look at Tesla bouncing back a little bit too. So market back up to 426, did not crack lows. In fact, bounced right at that low of the day there. All right, we're at 249.20s here. 249.20s for Tesla. All right, here we go. Less than a minute here, team. Less than a minute. Again, hit that live button next to the play button. Make sure you're fully caught up on stream. And let's do this, guys. Here's the delivery numbers. We are ready, waiting. Again, slap that like button if you haven't already. Here we go. 20 seconds, guys. 20 seconds. All right, look. Here's the dump. It looks like the numbers might be out. Here's the drop. I thought we might get bearish responses to this. Look at the fall. Wow. Look at the fall. All the way down to 247s on Tesla. Dumping down here, guys. Dumping down big. 246s. The numbers are out. They've got to be. They're not actually refreshing on the site, but I think somebody knows them with this. All right, Tesla, look at the fall, up to 246. I'm gonna have to check Twitter to see what's going on. All right, look at the fall. Wow. Yeah, the numbers aren't on the site yet, but I see the volatility showing up. Let's check Twitter here. We're gonna have to check Twitter to see if these numbers are out somewhere else. All right, so 435,000 vehicles, 430. We produced over 430,000 vehicles and delivered over 435. So 430 deliveries, or 435 deliveries, 430 production. And again, that's well below 450, which is kind of what we talked about Again, 430 to 435, 430,000 vehicles delivered, 435,000 vehicles delivered, 430,000 produced. And so again, we will put these numbers up on screen. This is causing dips in the market. 435,000. All right. All right, so again, 435 delivered or produced, 430 delivered. So about 30K light relative to the expectations here. Again, we'll put this number up on screen so you can see it. Tesla produced 435,000 vehicles, delivered 430,000. Again, you can kind of see big dips in the market, big drops in the market. We told you guys we thought they would be bearish, and they certainly were. Again, 430,000, 488 total production numbers, 435.059 deliveries. We'll put the full release. In the third quarter, we produced over 430,000 vehicles. They're quoted here, and delivered over 435,000. A sequential decline in volumes was caused by planned downtimes for factory upgrades, as discussed on the most recent earnings call. Our 23 volume target of around 1.8 vehicles remains unchanged. And so again, we got a dip from this report initially. Got a dip. And here is the quotes here. The third quarter, we produced over 430,000 vehicles, delivered over 435,000. A sequential decline in volumes was caused by planned downtimes for factory upgrades, as discussed, as we told you guys we would. Ivan, you are a terrible scumbag. You are a terrible scumbag, Ivan. We hate you, sir. Get away. Get out of my stream, bro. Anyways, again, if you want to check out Top Step funded account program and features, they give you a demo. They test your skill. If you can hit the target on the demo, well, without hitting the max loss, they fund you between 50 to 150K with a 90% split. It's the most useful funded account program in the world. A great way to learn how to trade. If you want to day trade, you don't have the equity to do so, but you have the skill, try out this funded account program. They're going to test your skill. If you're good enough to pass it, they fund you with a 90% split, and you get to keep your first 10K. If you lose, you're going to lose much less than putting up the money yourself. Most of the time, you're only going to be losing 49 bucks on the base one, a little bit more than that on the higher ones, but really useful for learning how to trade it. If you have skill but don't have equity, it's a great way to learn. You can check them out here. They are a sponsor of mine. I'm definitely biased in their favor. Check out the link right there. Great way to help support the channel. Ivan posted a Forex scam here, so that's why we ished on Ivan. It's actually was spelled YVAN. So yeah, he was promoting a Forex scam, so he got booted out of here with the quickness. Again, Tesla not liking these deliveries. As we said, the 450,000 was pretty flat. Like 450K was kind of that middle range. Like 450 is what we might think we would get here. And then moving forward, we got manufacturing PMI data live. And so again, you can kind of see 430,000 vehicles produced, 435 vehicles delivered. Or no. Okay, wait, I got it backwards. I'm sorry. So yeah, they produced over 430,000 vehicles, delivered over 435. A sequential decline in volumes. Again, market's not liking this report. Again, I thought we might get bearish responses to this, and we were correct about that. Again, you know, and it's important. I didn't actually short Tesla. I'm not a big blue chip shorter. But I understand if you did. Yeah, scammer's gone. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Chris, just weirdos, bro. Just weirdos, man. You know. All right. Hey, now we got manufacturing PMI data going live. All right, guys, manufacturing PMI data. ISM manufacturing PMI data, guys. Tesla dips on delivery numbers down to 240s. Is it worthwhile to buy the dip? Now, is it worthwhile to buy the dip? Tesla down to 240s. You know, Tesla just lost like 5% of value here. Maybe a little bit less than 5%, but still. Again, we'll see what Tesla does at the opening bell, but Tesla just dipped on delivery numbers for sure. We do have manufacturing PMI data live today, guys. We do have ISM manufacturing PMI data live today. We'll see if it looks good or not. Yeah, Tesla delivery dips, unfortunately. And then we got ISM manufacturing PMI data going live pretty soon, team. ISM manufacturing PMI data going live soon. See if the market bounces up a little bit. I mean, the market's down a lot. I might buy this dip in futures here. We'll see if we get some good stuff. Thinking about buying the dip in futures. I'm not sure yet. What do you guys think? Should I buy the dip in futures? Should I buy the dip in futures? I don't know. SPY breaking lows again down to 425.80s here. 425.80s on the SPY. Still looking weak. Yeah, so Tesla numbers out. Market does not like these at all. Still falling. Tupperware pump, man. It's been a while since I've seen Tupperware. Tesla may be affecting markets. Yeah, Tesla's definitely affecting markets. I'm surprised Tupperware is even still a thing. That one had the crazy squeeze, and then it kind of fell back down some. Tesla's starting to bounce back a little bit here. We're gonna add. We're in a small piece of a trade, like not a big trade at all. So we're gonna add a little bit to it, but not a huge, crazy amount here. Market could start bouncing after 10 a.m. Yeah, we got PMI data going live here, team. And again, we'll put the timer up here like we always do. We're also going to get ready to trade futures. We're going to keep Tesla up here on the right side. And then we're going to trade futures as well. And you can kind of see how similar futures and Tesla trade here too. But let's get this timer up here. So until PMI data, really, we got the first PMI data release in about 34 and a half minutes. 9:45 market time. So we got that going live too. And then we're going to get ready to trade some futures here. And again, we've had a pretty good time on our funded account. We're going to do a video recap of our progress here. But like our funded account progress is pretty solid, man. Like we got pretty solid progress on our funded account. I might have to reset Quant Tower here too. Let me see. But again, if we show you our progress here, so like check out our progress on our funded account. So this is on our actual funded account program with Top Step. Just to show you guys what it looks like here. Let me pull Quant Tower back up, let it log back in. Again, here is our progress on our funded account program with Top Step. Your market opens up in about 20 minutes. You can kind of see we've completed 15 trading days. Our winning day accuracy is 73%. 73%. And so, you know, we're doing pretty good here. We built up a nice cushion. I need one more green day over $200 before I can withdraw. And I think I'm going to withdraw. Not all of it, but I'm going to withdraw if, you know, because we can. I would probably do a video based around that. But yeah, we are 73% winning day accuracy. We've got 15 days complete of this. And again, like, you know, you got some traders who talk so much about being profitable on this, but like what you see is like they're having to reset over and over again. Like we've kept this account around since August. You know, it is now October. And so slow and steady does win the race sometimes, man, you know. And again, that's kind of like what you got to understand. Like once you're funded on these accounts, scale down your size. You don't need to go crazy heavy. Weird, man. What is going on with Quant Tower? There we go. Here's the NASDAQ. Finally. And so here's the NASDAQ. And now we got PMI data going live pretty soon. NASDAQ started to bounce back up. You can see Tesla starting to bounce back up. So honestly, in my Tesla trade, we're not really down a ton right now. It could be much worse. The whole market's kind of getting weighed down though. My ARM IPO and NVIDIA's strength is doing good. We're down a little bit in some other stuff, but nothing too crazy. Yeah, I know. We talked about it, Patel. They delivered 435. They missed about 450, 455 estimates. We talked about it. I don't buy crypto, but what's your thoughts on Sam Bankman? My thoughts is he's a scammer. I think he started getting notoriety for his accomplishments, and that drove him to be incredibly shady and sketchy and do terrible sketchy things in markets, and he got caught. And then, you know, he was just so desperate to keep that notoriety, keep that status, that he just did a bunch of bad stuff. Yeah, all good, Patel. Yeah, hit that live button next to the play button. Tesla started to bounce back over 242s here. And so again, we added a little bit at the bottom. Our average price is around 243, so we're pretty much flat here on our Tesla trade. NASDAQ going up. Yeah, you can see the NASDAQ popping up here. Tesla's starting to creep back up. It's at 243s. NASDAQ looking strong here. Pull up the E-mini. See what we get here. I like this song. Look at the NASDAQ rip here. Hey, Tesla back up to almost 243s. All right, guys. So again, Tesla numbers right at Again, dipping it down initially, and it's still a big drop, you know, because Tesla was at 250 prior to this delivery number release. And again, it did come in at a pretty big miss, is what I'm showing. And then we got PMI numbers at 945 and 10. Still ripping up. Look at it. Look at the NASDAQ go. NASDAQ's still heading up. Tesla's still heading up. Does look like NVIDIA wants to run. Yeah, NVIDIA's a big level. Look at Tesla back over 243s. Looks like our add down there was the right move because we added at the very bottom. NVIDIA's starting to bounce back up too. Rejected at 440s. Yeah, hit that like button, team. We appreciate it. Again, we cover all the major market news and headlines here. NVIDIA bounced it back up too. So we got a little pullback. The question is, this is a cup and handle retracement is what I'm looking at. Is this a cup and handle retracement? On our futures trade, we've been very careful, very quiet, very slow. Haven't taken a lot of huge risks, but slow and steady wins the race. And again, in our futures, again, we showed people this earlier. Here's our progress at our combine. We've got 73% winning accuracy. You can see my graph over the last couple days is nice. We'll see if we can continue that graph here. And again, is it a cup and handle breakout? We are now green on our Tesla position. Volatility coming through though. We got 12 minutes until the market opens, and then again we got manufacturing PMI. Again, just to show you the data release on the manufacturing PMI front. Again, in about 40 minutes, we've got ISM PMI data, but in 27 minutes, we got manufacturing PMI. The ISM data is the big one. Again, the ISM data drops at 10. Expectations for ISM manufacturing PMI are 47.7. 47.7, which means that they're expecting slight contraction in manufacturing, which might be seen as good or bad for inflation. Again, if inflation's really feared, weakness in manufacturing can sometimes be seen as a positive reading. You know, a lot of people talked about JOLTS as well this morning. The JOLTS job opening dropping tomorrow at 10. Expectations for that are 8.83 million. Again, a lot of people are saying that JOLTS report is going to be bigger than the unemployment reading and the payroll reading on Friday. I don't know if I agree with that. I cover most of these economic reports, and I get a really unique view of it. But again, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the JOLTS report will be bigger. Chat, what do you guys think? Are people going to be more hyped for the JOLTS numbers tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. or for unemployment and payroll numbers on Friday? I just, by historical reference, I'm looking at payroll and unemployment numbers to come in bigger, but you never really know. And again, maybe I'm wrong here. Maybe the JOLTS numbers will have people more hyped up. Let me know what you guys think. All right, Tesla rejecting back down a little bit at 242s. Yeah, it did look like a cup and handle, but it doesn't mean. Hey, thank you so much, Ghost. Hey, shout out to Ghost Zombie. I appreciate the support. Thanks so much, brother. Shout out to Ghost Zombie for becoming a member on my channel. Thanks so much, dude. Again, we cover all the major releases here, bro. We cover all the economic reports, all the major releases. Again, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I definitely appreciate it. And let's keep the growth up here. What do you think about the rumors that Sam is running crypto? I mean, I believe it. I don't trust them at all. All right, we're going to try to buy one dip here. I like the cup and handle breakout pattern. So if we can get a little bit of profit, boom. All right, just made $35 profit. Again, slow and steady wins the race initially, right? So we want to build up a cushion in this funded account program first and then start to take large swings afterwards. That's usually giving me much better results And that's one of the reasons like we have been profitable on our funded account program since we had it. We might have blown a lot of combines leading up to getting funded, which I think is pretty normal. But once we were funded with this last one, we were very careful, very slow, very steady. And again, I'm building up a cushion first, and then we're taking larger swings based off of that cushion building. And I think that's the best way to handle these funded account programs where, you might have to reset, refresh, buy a new account, and that's all right. But once you start to get funded, then you scale down your size. You try to build up small cushions on the day first, and then only once you have those small cushions on the day do you scale up your size and take larger risks. That way, if you lose, you're break even, small loss because you already had a cushion when you're swinging on those losses. But if you make money, it's going to be larger gains, larger wins, and more steady wins because you're only swinging big when you have that cushion. Maybe I should have stayed in the NASDAQ a little bit longer here, but again, it's all good. But again, that's kind of how you do it. That's how I do it, at least on these funded account programs. And that's how we were funded. And that's how we've, gotten pretty close to taking a withdrawal from our funded account. And only our couple, we've been funded over, we've been funded on a couple different accounts over the last month or two. And yeah. How do you find that cushion? Well, small, slow momentum scalps is how I build that cushion, Ghost. But again, like you can do it on the micro E-mini. And again, if you want to check out Top Step, here's the link for that. But yeah, you can do it on the micro E-mini. You can do it that way, or you can do it on the regular E-mini. I wouldn't do it on the NASDAQ, but it varies. It depends. You got to be okay with risking money. The best advice I can give people for these is just take it slow once you're funded. You need to take risks before you're funded. Like when you're trying to get funded, you got to take risks. But once you're actually funded, just take it really slow. Just take it really slow. Tesla's down because of bad delivery numbers, Carlitos. So Tesla expected about 455,000, and that was actually revised from 470,000 a couple weeks ago. So there was originally 474, I think, 474K is what their delivery expectations were for the third quarter. They then revised it back down to 450,000 roughly was what their expected numbers, and then they only showed 435. So they dropped 435,000 deliveries for the third quarter, and yeah, Tesla stock has not liked this at all. Again, when we put this up on the chart here, when you actually look at these delivery numbers, Tesla's looking pretty rough. They had a pretty big drop, although they're back up to almost 244s, and so we're actually green on our trade still. But yeah, definitely not a good look for Tesla. Bad delivery numbers, and it did dip from like the 250s all the way down to the 243 level that you can see here. And so yeah, again, just not really the best look here for Tesla in terms of their delivery numbers coming in light. They've had this pretty big pullback, and yeah, let me know what you guys think. Is it time to buy the dip here? Yeah, let me know. I don't know. And again, we do have manufacturing PMI data coming out later on this morning. So we're going to have to mute the music real quick. Let me pause this. All right. Yeah, Tesla missing delivery numbers. Not the best look for them, of course. But hey, we'll see what happens. $120 million volume on Tesla. And honestly, Tesla's looking pretty good. Again, we added some to it. I might take a little bit of piece off of this and just reduce my risk and still sit on the rest. Yeah, I don't know if they were going to mention the truck, though. Like, I don't think they were going to mention it in this release. This is just the delivery numbers, so it's unlikely they were going to mention it there. I actually told people ahead of times before this number came out that I thought they would probably drop from the delivery numbers, and that was accurate. So we absolutely did drop. We bounced back a little bit, but still. Yeah, I mean, he kind of gave some warning into this. He did say exactly what. Who said this? Pew Pew said. So like again, he did give some foresight into these numbers. He said they would probably be down. I don't think people thought they would be as low as they were. Again, I think people thought they would be 450 because that's what the revised expectations were. Originally, they were like 470s. But yeah, they were definitely down, and that's kind of where I had that bearish look at this ahead of it. Like before the numbers came out, again, I told you my guess was that Tesla would drop from these numbers because again, it's just underwhelming delivery numbers. Yeah, again, he gave good guidance. Basically, like he basically kept the 1.8 million expectation for the year up, which means that he thinks that they're going to boost more in the next quarter. Is basically what the guidance was there. So I don't think that's necessarily bad, but again, we'll see. Nvidia still ripping back up. Nvidia back up to 440s here, guys. Back up to 440s. I want to buy this dip. I'm really thinking about it. Hesitating too much, but yeah, I'm gonna wait. Nvidia back up to 440 though. All right, so what do we want to do? Dreamy. All right, so man, I should have bought the dip. Look at that dip I wanted. Tesla back up to 245. Or 240, yeah, basically 245. So Tesla coming back a little bit. I mean, again, good guidance maybe helping this. We still got some time, about a minute and a half until the market opens. So again, we'll see. We'll see. I'm just ready for the week back, and Nvidia almost back up at 441. So Nvidia is definitely rising up right now. Again, we still got 15 minutes or so until we get PMI data, and then in 30 minutes we get manufacturing ISM, which is the Institute of Supply Management PMI Purchasing Managers Index. That drops, and so again, we'll see. All right, team. Tesla up to 245s, consolidating there. We got about 10 seconds left. Again, make sure you hit the live button next to the play button. Make sure you're fully caught up on stream. We appreciate it. Here we go, still increasing some more. And here's the opening bell, guys. So here's the NASDAQ on the left. Here's Tesla on the right. Tesla right around 245s at the opening bell. There's the opening bell. We got about 15 minutes before the PMI data goes live. The first set of it, at least. Tesla's still creeping up a little bit. Look at Tesla over 245s now. Could be worse of a day. NASDAQ really dipping down. We're going to let things play out first. We're not going to take any crazy big size or positions here until we get some type of good action to alert us, some type of good data release to alert us. Again, I think a lot of the market's going to be waiting for the PMI data release here too. So I think a lot of people are going to be waiting for PMI to come out. couple good candles here showing up on the charts, but I think we're going to bounce up a little bit. Yeah, so there's the NASDAQ bouncing up. Again, I'm going to let things settle first. So I'm going to let things settle down first before we take a huge size. We've built up a small cushion on the day, but we're 1 minute. One of my mistakes is I get in a little bit too early after the opening bell. I think when I let things work and settle down a little bit after the open, that's usually when I have the best results. All right, look, there's the bounce I talked about. I thought we might bounce, and we absolutely did. Equity's bouncing back some, so that's good. Look at that rip. So green, Tesla all the way back up, basically to where we were prior. A little bit underneath it, but basically where we were prior. So nice little rip. Part of me wants to buy this dip here too, but I don't trust it yet. We're still kind of early here. We'll see if I regret it, which it looks like I'm going to regret it because the market's pushing up some. I think we got to watch NVIDIA too. I think NVIDIA is a very important stock to watch throughout all this stuff. You know, the shutdown was averted. Yeah, I'm going to regret not buying that dip because it looked like that would have popped up really nicely on us. NVIDIA is starting to creep back up to 441s though, and I think this is a really big influence over markets. And so NVIDIA is starting to climb. And now rejecting a little bit though, but watch NVIDIA closely here too, as well as Tesla. Hey, thank you so much, Brandon. Yeah, we're going to have a great, powerful October. The channel's going to grow. My trading accounts are going to grow. And the channel's going to break records on the upside in terms of views, numbers, subscriber growth. Hey, we're going to put that out there in the world. NVIDIA up there at 442, breaking highs. Again, I'm going to regret not buying this dip, I think. Let's see what Tesla does here. But NVIDIA, look, there goes NVIDIA ripping up. NVIDIA is the one that you want to watch today, guys. Again, NVIDIA almost up to 445s, basically almost up to 450s. Look at that rip on the NASDAQ here. Ugh, I told you I would regret not buying the dip, and I absolutely am. It's all good. But I got to be able to make fun of myself here, and of course we can. Hey. Again, NVIDIA climbing up to 444s. Tesla's dipping down majorly, though. So, again, Tesla dragging down. NVIDIA push it up. So, the battle of the two Titan stocks right now, Tesla and NVIDIA. NVIDIA breaking highs again at 444s. Still climbing. And, again, that's enough to drag the rest of the market up as well. You can see the NASDAQ, which is a really heavily tech-weighted ETF, is starting to rip up with this. Tesla testing the volume-weighted average price, a really crucial spot. And if Tesla starts to break down a little bit here, it might drag the rest of the market down with us. All right, ISM data dropping in about 10 minutes. There's NVIDIA starting to fall down. Tesla starting to dip. I want to short this. I'm going to go ahead and short it right around the top. It's kind of a risky position, though, because we're shorting the market. I just see Tesla starting to come back down. Getting punished for it, though. There we go. Starting to come down. Let's see it. Maybe I was a little bit early. There we go. All right, we're going to cut that. So now we're down about 50 on the day. We retraced too quickly, and so, yeah, it looks like getting out there was the right move. I see NVIDIA starting to bounce. NVIDIA really is what's dragging the market back here, team. And so NVIDIA is really what's doing it. Unemployment comes out Monday, or no, Friday. I mean, Cloud. You might be a little bit late, bro. So hit the live button next to the play button if you haven't already. Again, NVIDIA tested the highs of the day. That's what it's dragging the market up right now. That's why I got out of that short. Again, I see Nvidia and Tesla pushing up high. All right, there goes Nvidia breaking down a little bit. Tesla starting to test that VWAP level though. All right, we bought the dip again here. Small cushion on the day. Nice. All right, we just made about 45. We are basically flat on the day right now. So again, here's our P&L on our funded account today. We're kind of going back and forth. Yeah, I think in the modern age, there's a lot of ways to work from home, man. You know, I make more than most people sitting at this computer every day doing a lot of different things. Why 1 minute time? Because I'm scalping right now, trying to build up a cushion. After I have the cushion, I'll take a little bit longer term positions, but I need to build up that cushion first. And again, we're just not there yet. Again, Nvidia is what's helping the market, but I see some flushes happen. I see Tesla breaking the market hours low, and then I see Nvidia starting to come back down. All right, we got a little 1 minute pullback. I also see Nvidia looking pretty strong too. Let's watch Nvidia very closely on the day though. I'm gonna buy this dip. See if we get a quick little retracement back up. All right, so we just got out. We are now back to green on the day here. Scalping this momentum. Again, my job is to build up a cushion right now. Like, I want to build up a cushion. My win-loss ratio is 3-1, and so my accuracy is high, but my risk-reward's not that great. And we got PMI numbers dropping in about 7 minutes. The base PMI numbers for the S&P manufacturing PMI data, that drops in about 7 minutes. We also have ISM PMI data dropping in about 22 minutes, which is the bigger release for sure. Look at this rip here. Look at Tesla coming back up. Look at Nvidia ripping over, breaking highs as well. Tesla up to 246 again. Oh, we are very green on the day now. Wow, in our equities position here. Let's see what we're green in. Apple mostly. ARM, AMC. Is AMC running? We got Microsoft, Netflix, green. Yeah, new skill or hobby is really like, again, I always try to tell people who want to make money from home. You want to make money from home, monetize your passions. Like, that's what you do. You figure out what you're interested in, and then you build a business plan around monetizing that. And of course, a lot of people here are going to be interested in trading, but the trading market's saturated. But find something that you're interested in. Even if it is saturated, go for it. Like, I'm not going to push you down there. Good luck. Again, Tesla back up to 247, still pretty flat from this report. It could be worse. Again, this is the breakout I thought we would get in pre-market today because the government shutdown was averted. This is Nvidia though, guys. Nvidia almost up to 447. It's at 446.60. So this is Nvidia dragging the market up right now, and for good reason. Nvidia is the reason the market dipped down so much in September. And so Nvidia ripping back up to almost 450 right now is a great sign for markets, a great sign for AI and microchips. But man, look at the green action today. Dixie looking strong. Is it? Well, it depends on what's going on right now. It's probably dropping right now is my guess. Oh, wow, it's not. And so you would think the Dixie would fall, but again, it's moving with the market. A very rare day when it moves with the market, but it happens sometimes. PMI is the Purchasing Managers Index. It's strength or weakness in manufacturing, Volti. It's strength or weakness in manufacturing, brother. So like a higher than 50, over 50 means manufacturing is expanding. Below 50 means manufacturing is contracting, right? Expectations for today are for, and where is it, dude? I got so many screens here. Market Watch. Where's Market Watch at? All right, so yeah, today they're expecting for manufacturing. Again, base manufacturing expected at 48.9, a slight contracting manufacturing sector. For ISM manufacturing, which is the big one, it's expected at 47.7. So both areas are expecting slight contractions in manufacturing. The question I have now is this a cup and handle pullback scenario right now in equities in the futures market? Look at the futures market. So if we zoom out of this here, actually, you know, you could argue we're in like a cup and handle breakout formation where we have the U shape and then we pull up and then we dip a little bit and rip. Same thing with Tesla here, especially after the opening bell. Look, a little pullback, dip, bounce, maybe. I'm not sure, but that's kind of the bias I have for it right now. That's what it looks like to me, at least. Yeah, I mean, we streamed and covered trading content for years before we made money doing it. I like this dip. No. Dude, I'm like, hey, I like the dip. I was trying to prep to buy it, and then it pushes up just a little bit late. See if we get a little dip down and maybe add back to it. There's a little pullback back. PMI data drops in about 2.5 minutes, though, is my only risk here. All right, so we just made a little bit more. We're up over 50 on the day, or right around 50 here. Scalping these moves, I don't want to hold too long for pre-market here, or for PMI data. I don't want to really hold this through this. Again, 9:45. Yeah, we're not going to be giving away free stocks. We might give away combines on Top Step, but definitely ain't giving up free stocks, bro. All right, guys, here we go. 2 minutes. 2 minutes before we got manufacturing PMI data. All right, we're consolidating here. We'll see if we bounce. All right, here goes PMI data in a minute and a half, team. Minute and a half. Yeah, no, it's all good, Yeltsin. "99% of you will never be John." Sorry. All right. Well, I'll take the compliment, I guess. All right, so again, I should have held this dip a little bit more. We got less than a minute before PMI data comes out. Team, less than a minute. Yeah, we thriving with capitalism. The 10-year yield chart on the weekly is in a major trend line. Yeah, we'll see, dude. Interesting time for sure. Tesla still ripping up, guys, at 248s right now on Tesla. Testing the 200 EMA now, which is a big level here. We also have 30 seconds, guys. 30 seconds before the PMI data goes live. The first one is not that big of one. The one at 9:45 is not that big. It's just the regular PMI data, right? The big one, the big one is going to be ISM PMI at 10. And so the first one, expectations right now are 48.3. 48.3. Hit the live button next to the play button. Make sure you're fully caught up on stream. And again, the PMI data is going live right now. Good luck. 8 seconds, 5 seconds. Tesla ripping up ahead of it. And the PMI data showed up as 49.8, guys. 49.8 versus 48.9. Higher than expected. Higher than expected manufacturing data. 49.8, basically 50 versus 48.9. So more strength in manufacturing than expected for the base one here. And so again, we'll put this up on screen so you guys can see what I mean. But it came in at, again, 49.8 versus 48.9. And again, we covered this so fast, less than a quarter second we covered this. So if you haven't already subscribed, hit the notification bell. We appreciate it. Market does not seem to like this news. Again, 49.8 versus 48.9. And the big one drops at 10. So subscribe to chat. We appreciate it. And so again, put this up on the screen. It showed more strength in manufacturing than expected, although the market didn't really respond to this one. The big one's at 10 for sure. Like the big one's at 10. Big PMI releases at 10 o'clock. So we still got 14 minutes or so. Market's dipping down a little bit. You see Tesla rejecting at that 200 EMA level. So this wasn't the ISM angry. This one was the regular PMI data. The ISM one drops in 14 minutes. The ISM stands for the Institute of Supply Management. This one drops in, again, 45 minutes or so. And again, if you haven't already, check out TopStep. TopStep funded account program and futures. Again, we built up this funded account program on TopStep. We built up our funded account here really nicely. Again, if you can kind of see this, and this is not even including today's green day. So I think our accuracy is actually going to be a little bit higher. But again, you can kind of see this is our TopStep funded account. We are up 73% accuracy in terms of winning days. 73% of our days have been green. 15 days completed. We started it all the way back in August, so slow and steady. You can see a nice graph recently here. And again, we're just going to slowly build this up. Again, TopStep is the most legit funded program in the world. What they do is they give you a demo, they test your skill. If you can hit the target while following their rules, they fund you between 50 to 150K with a 90% split, and they pay out millions and fund thousands of traders every single year. They pay out millions in actual withdrawals. And so it's a great way to learn. Once you're funded, I would be like me and just scale down your size, build up the cushions you need to take a withdrawal, and do it that way instead of just going crazy. I mean, you can do it however you want, but I think that way makes the most sense. And in the futures market, you can see me day trade the NASDAQ here, which again looks very similar to Tesla. And so you can get exposure to day trading stocks in futures by day trading the major exchanges like the S&P, the NASDAQ, the Dow. No PDT rule in futures. You can day trade short without restriction. It's the most legit funded program in the world. They are a sponsor of mine, though, and so I'm definitely biased in their favor. But if you want to check them out, there's the link. Great way to help support your boy here. We got this pullback. Part of me wants to buy this dip, but I just don't trust it. Man, every time I say I should buy the dip, it ends up ripping up right afterwards, dude. I got to start betting on my own intuition here. But again, you can see me. I'm not comfortable until I have a cushion on the day. And so I'm not comfortable taking risks until I have a cushion on the day. And I think that, like, once you're funded, that's the right mentality to have. Yeah, I mean, before I have that cushion, my volatility is, I do fear it. If you want to see like this, so this is my funded account, right? I don't feel comfortable showing you guys like exactly how much I'm up or down. But you can see my graph. I'll show you my graph as long as it doesn't show you. Or I guess I got to wait to see my graph. Let me exit out of this. If it'll let me show you my graph, I will. So let's go back. All right, so we got a little pullback. Tesla right over the volume weighted average price. Yeah, it's taking a while to load. I mean, I could Lucio, honestly. I think the background of my house here would be really nice for traders too. They would really like it. All right, guys, 11 minutes. All right, so I guess I'll go ahead and show you my actual trading volume in my funded account for last month in September. Right now, again, this one goes back to August. I guess I'll show you the actual P&L. Now, again, it's not huge. This is my actual funded account, guys. My actual funded account. All right. This is my graph. You can see my win-loss ratio. My daily accuracy, again, is at about 73% daily accuracy. A little bit more than that now. But this is my actual funded account program on TopStep. This is my actual funded account. In September, gross income, gross profit was about $1,400 in September, which is not bad. It's definitely acceptable to me. Again, I'm not gonna go crazy. I don't think you should go crazy in your funded account programs. I could swing for the fences and try to look great. If I'm selling a course, I might desperately swing for the fences and reset 1,000 accounts. I don't need to do that. I can take it very slow and steady. Again, I got a win-loss ratio about 3.3 to 1. And so you can see my actual trade accuracy is there. My win-loss accuracy is about 73% in terms of days. So I'm green on 73% of my days. And so we've got a high daily and per trade accuracy rate, as you can see here. And slow and steady builds the race here. We're going to keep building it up. But yeah, that's my actual graph. And so we'll take it. And yeah. Again, people can say whatever they want about me and profits or whatever. They can say, oh, well, this dude. Again, a lot of these other guys are just, they're resetting a million accounts. They're getting funded and swinging for the fences so they can try to, so they can try to sell courses or whatever it is. Again, I don't need to do that. I just rather take it slow and steady. And again, that's just the way I trade. I actually manage large sums of money. Like my TOS account's got 60 grand in it. It's got 200,000 in buying power. Like when I'm trading my real money, I need to be safe. Like I need to be safe. I need to trade small. I'm not going to just try to look cool on the internet. I would rather genuinely protect my account, because regardless of profits or losses, when you're trading this real money, like this sum of real money, account preservation should be your number one goal, right? If it's not, generally you got other agendas. Maybe you're selling courses, maybe you're giving out signals and you got to look more profitable than you are. Again, it doesn't matter. None of that matters to me. Again, here's my actual graph on my funded account. And, I'll take it. Again, slow and steady wins the race. All right, guys, we got Carol a little bit early with her interruption call. Hold on one second, guys. Hey, baby, I'm streaming right now. Look, I love Carol, but she's just trying to tell me, it's just taking too long. Yeah, I mean, again, I think Tesla's going to be fine. I need to get like one of those sun things. Again, Tesla now under the volume weighted average price. Again, if you want to day trade, you can kind of see like why these, like most day traders think they have to day trade stocks. And to do that, you need 30K, basically 25K in a margin account. You can get exposure. Like look at the NASDAQ and then look at Tesla. I look at Tesla and Nvidia a lot when I'm day trading the NASDAQ or the E-mini. And so it correlates really well, believe it or not. You might not realize how much it correlates, but it does. And so again, if you want to check out Top Step, great way to learn how to day trade futures. And again, slow and steady wins the race. That's how you have to do it, I think. I think that's the right way to do it. And so, again, you can kind of see my funded account program and graph. We're going to make a video about all that pretty soon. But yeah. Your wife always calls you on stream. Doesn't she know what you do for a living? Yeah, but I mean, I'd rather her call me if something's going on and talk to me about it. Again, I'll usually answer it and just be like, hey, can I call you back once the stream ends? And she'll be like, yeah, sure, that's fine. You know what I mean? So like, it's all good. Yeah. When you got a family, man, they come first, bro, over any stream I'm doing, man. I got a family, I got a wife and kids. So, I mean, they're going to come number one, regardless of what's going on that specific day. If she called me and she was like, hey, I got to talk to you about this right now, I would say, okay. And I would sit there and talk with her about it. But she doesn't. She understands. Yeah, it's a big level here. Again, very flat day for Tesla. All right, so we're starting to bounce up in the NASDAQ. Again, Tesla back over the VWAP. Again, ISM manufacturing, PMI data, 4 minutes, guys, 4 minutes. We'll see what we show. All right, so bounce it up. Again, this report should influence the market a lot more than just regular PMI, right? So this is the ISM, the Institute of Supply Management PMI report. So this one's much bigger than the other ones for sure. All right, again, Tesla over this level here. Make sure you hit the live button. Make sure you're fully live. So you want to make sure you hit the live button. Yeah, where is AMC right now? AMC looking good, bro. Hey, look at AMC up to 840s right now, 840s. NVIDIA still ripping up. NVIDIA, again, is what is dragging the market up today. If you want to know why the market's green, NVIDIA is the reason the market is green today, team. Like, NVIDIA is the reason. Again, we got Big Papa Jerome Powell speaking at 11 o'clock as well. So we got Powell speaking at 11 o'clock. Yeah, but I don't think there is a way to watch. I'm pretty sure there's not. Today's October 2nd. But I don't think he's going to speak, though. Powell's doing a roundtable discussion along Patrick Harker. But if there's a way to find this, I don't know there is, man. Yeah, I just don't think there's a way to watch this. I wish there was, but I think a lot of people are going to have to wait for us, the cliff notes behind it. All right, guys, less than a minute here, less than a minute. 10 a.m. we got ISM manufacturing PMI data. It's a big release. This is a big release here, team. All right. So, again, this is a big release. We got it live ready. Again, 30 seconds, guys, 30 seconds. I'm going to put it in sub only mode. So if you haven't already, announce yourself, show us you're subscribed. Let's get it ready for the data release. Again, make sure you hit the live button next to the play button. Make sure you're fully caught up on stream. We appreciate the love. And here we go. Expectations for the ISM data, again, at 47.7. 47.7 is what they're expected at. 47.7. And here we go. All right, 49. Guys, PMI data came in at 49 versus 47.7. Higher than expected. Higher than expected PMI data. More strength in manufacturing than initially expected at 49. Again, versus 47.7. 49 versus 47.7. Strength in manufacturing causing the market to bounce up a little bit. We are all the way back up to 14.9 thousand. Guys, on the NASDAQ, 14.9K. Bouncing up a little bit. Tesla moving up on this 247s as well right now. A lot of stuff's green. Equities are green on my table here. And again, 49 versus 47.7 expected. Again, 49 versus 47.7 expected for ISM manufacturing PMI data. Construction spending came in at 0.5 versus 0.5. Manufacturing prices came in lower than expected at 43.8 versus 48.6. Again, we're going to put this data up on screen. The market's interpreting this as good. Look at the PMI data rip the market. Again, ISM data at 49. Here, guys, 49 versus 47.8. NASDAQ rip it up here. Testing the top of that range. We'll get ready to trade a little bit more heavily now. Big pullback here. We're gonna buy this dip. Just made another 60 bucks. All right, we are up about $140 on the day, guys. About $140 scalping very quick futures trades. Our win-loss ratio today is about 5 to 1. Again, about 5 to 1. We will take it. Another green day in the books here. We do have Powell speaking in an hour, but how do you watch it, BG? Do you know where we can watch it at? Is the question. I know Powell speaks, but where do we watch it at? Ooh. Stocks are looking lovely right now, too. Tesla up there to 248. Market's trying to hold. All right, again, 49 versus higher manufacturing PMI data, which is more expansion and strength in manufacturing is what this means. More strength in manufacturing. Again, Powell speaking at 11 a.m. Be mindful. Philly Fed Harker. I don't think there's any way to actually watch it. Market is loving this, man. Rip it up big. My equities portfolio looking really nice too. Netflix is one of the biggest green trades we have right now. Apple very green too on the day. And again, I think we added some to our Apple position last week. Did we? Yeah, we did. We added some to Apple. And it's moving up some nicely too. Again, Powell speaks in less than an hour though, team. Yeah, Apple rip it up. NVIDIA rip it up. Again, NVIDIA is helping to drag the market up. NVIDIA up to 448s right now. Team 448s. Yeah, but I don't think he's streaming this event, though, from my understanding. If anybody can figure out a link, let me know. But I'm pretty sure. It's not going to be live. Again, guys, Tesla over to 249s. Yeah, I don't think he's going to actually stream the event live. If he does, I'll stream it. I'll stay streaming right now. That's kind of what I'm looking for. But I can't find anywhere where Powell's supposed to be speaking or where they're going to actually cover this roundtable discussion with Patrick Harker today. But we don't know where he's going to be speaking or how to watch his speech. Markets are still ripping up here. And again, NVIDIA has helped drag the market. NVIDIA almost back up to all the way to 450 is what this is. Again, NVIDIA still up there. Apple up there too. You know, another thing to check out, guys, and this is something I've been covering every day, and I just want to continue to back test these results because, you know, I think back testing Chart Prime has been one of my favorite things to do because it just shows how powerful this ultimately is, right? And so back testing these results, is really important because because you can see how accurate this is. Again, so what I'll show you is this is a TradingView indicator service. They are a sponsor of mine. I'm incredibly biased in their favor because they pay me money, right? And I always try to be completely honest about that. I can't guarantee you're going to make money or anything of the sort because frankly, nobody can guarantee anybody's going to make money. It's such a subjective thing, trading, that nobody can guarantee you're going to make money. Regardless, okay? One of my favorite indicators is chart prime, and I'll show you why. So this is a 5-minute chart on the S&P 500, the futures contract that I trade my funded account with and all that other stuff, right? It gives you custom TradingView signals and alerts. You could try it out for 2 weeks for $1. I don't know if you're going to have full access for $1, but you could try it out at least a little bit at $1. But what you'll notice here is this is the reversal signals, okay? So they have a lot of signals you can get. You can look at the Market Oracle Pro. You can put up chart patterns. You can look at smart money concepts, oscillators, dynamics, all that good stuff. Very powerful. Look, and you can kind of see like triangles, flag patterns, reversal signals, all that good stuff, right? Buy, sell signals, strong signals, all that good stuff, right? So if we get rid of the regular Market Oracle, you can kind of see like, look at the buy signal. Buy signal showed up here. Look at the big green action you got from it. Sell signal showed up here. Look at the nice, this is a 5-minute chart. So this is hours of weak action. Buy signal here, beautiful bounce. Sell signal here, beautiful drop. And this is like for an hour plus each time. Buy signal here, crazy bounce. So you can see like the regular Market Oracle Pro is incredibly accurate. Right? But if we get rid of this, and again, there's just a small piece of what they offer. We put up the regular Market Oracle. And you look at when these reversal signals correlate and show up with a bullish or bearish engulfing candle. So you look at when basically this happens right here, right? This is the really powerful one in my opinion. Look, engulfing candle and a reversal signal within a couple candles of each other. Look at this, beautiful action. You get like 2 hours of green action. Look, this reversal signal was right, but it's still not there. So that's 1 for 1. And we're going to back test this some more. 1 for 1. We keep going back here. We look for that very thing. I don't know if we can consider this one because they're too far apart. So we'll just keep going. Look, another one here at the very top, right? So if you want a way to confirm the reversal signals, look, reversal down, bearish engulfing, roughly right at the same spot. Look, for hours and hours and hours, you get red action afterwards. And these are 5-minute charts. So that's 2 for 2. Let's keep going. This one probably was wrong. So that's 2 to 1, right? 2 to 1. We could probably say this one's wrong. But let's keep going here. Again, and they don't show up always, and you can set alerts is my favorite part of this, right? So like, look, here's another one. So that's 3 for 1. This one definitely worked too. We're right around the same spot. Look, literal day of bounces afterwards. So that's 3 for 1. 3 worked, 1 failed. Let's keep going. Let's keep going, keep going. Look, here's another one. 4 to 1. So 4 worked, 1 failed. Look, again, right at the same spot. Beautiful bounce over the next 2 hours. Again, we'll keep going here. Same thing. Look, here's another one. Bearish engulfing candle, reversal signal. Right around the same spot. Again, drops for like 3 hours. So what is that, 5 to 1? We'll keep going here. And again, I can't guarantee you're going to make money. Nobody can. Look, here's another one right here at the very bottom. Again, engulfing candle with the reversal signals. That's what, 6 or 7 to 1? For like, look, 2 hours of bullish action. I can't fake these results. And again, what I will tell you is that you can keep going back and looking at these results and see how accurate it is. Look, here's another one. So again, I can't guarantee you're going to make money. Nobody can with Chart Prime. But I also can't fake what I'm showing you. That's crazy. And again, you can try it out for $1. I don't know if you can try out the regular Market Oracle, but it's just a really cool platform. I've found a lot of value in it. Again, they are a sponsor of mine. I'm doing a shameless plug here for them, of course. But if you want to check it out, check out the link. Try it for 14 days for only $1. You could scan your code right there. Just really powerful. And again, I'll put the link up so you could try them out on your end. But again, I can't fake what I'm showing you. So I'm definitely biased, of course. But like, again, I can't fake that. Check out the link right there. Great way to help support your boy here in this channel. How's the market responding right now, team? Market's dipping down pretty flat on the day. Again, Apple very green. Again, Powell speaks in about an hour. I'm debating on whether I should stream through this and cover the Powell talks. It depends on how long he talks. I got to be somewhere for 11. And so it depends on how long Powell speaks, to be honest, on whether I want to sit here and stream through it or not. Let me talk. Another one. Yeah, so again, I'm debating on whether I should stream through Powell speaking. He won't go live, but I can cover the market action as it happens. Chat, what do you guys think? You guys want me to do that? So the indicator, Chris, you could try it out for $1. Again, I don't think it's going to give you the regular market oracle. It's going to give you the market oracle pro, but the pro is really nice as well. Again, check out the link in the description if you want to learn more about it. It'll show you breakdowns, walkthroughs on how to get that. So again, do you guys want me to cover Powell and what he says, or do you want me to just kind of cover it later? Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be worth it either, because I'm probably going to have to close it out pretty quickly afterwards anyway. And so I'll probably have to get out of here pretty fast regardless and just kind of roll out here, team. And so it might not be worth it. But again, let me know what you guys think. I'll probably go ahead and close it down. Tesla's still ripping up to 250s right now. Hey, you love to see it. Powell's not going to speak live, though, guys. So, like, I can stick around and cover it, right? But Powell's not going to speak live. So it's not going to be a live stream that I'm showing you like normal, right? So what it really be doing is basically sitting here, understanding that Powell is speaking, but he's not speaking publicly, and just watching the market reaction to it is all it would be. It would basically be me sitting here trading, maybe covering Powell. I'm already up on the day. And so, again, it's not going to be me streaming Powell. It's just going to be me covering it. And I got to roll out for 10:30 or so market time. So I got to roll out for like 10:30 anyway. And so, you know, I don't know. Just understand that. Like, it's not going to be a live stream that I'm going to be able to ultimately cover here. You know what I mean? So his speech is a roundtable event with Patrick Harker, the Philly Fed president. I'm trying to see if they're actually going to cover it. I don't think they are. So it's a roundtable. I don't see if there's anywhere to actually watch this, though, dude. I'm looking for it. Again, nobody remind me about the Saints losing, guys. You better not remind me. Yeah, I'm looking at everything else. So Federal Reserve launches Instagram and Threads account with the aim of increasing accessibility and availability of board news and educational content. I'm looking, again, if anybody can find me an actual video link so I can cover this, I'd be down to, right? But yeah. Yeah, I'm probably just going to bow out of this today, guys. Hey, I love you all. Y'all be safe. Again, check out Top Step if you want to try a funded account program and you want to try to day trade without the PDT rule. There's no PDT in futures. You can day trade the NASDAQ, which is what you see me trading right here. And again, I'll show you guys this. This is my actual funded account, not even or over the last month, right? This is my actual funded account on Top Step. Slow and steady wins the race. Again, people can hate on my trading. They can say I'm not good. They can say whatever they want about me as a trader. Slow and steady wins the race. This is taking a little while to load. It took a little while last time. Or no, I think I had to do a custom. I think I had to do a custom one, and it just takes a little while. So for whatever reason, it's just taking a while to load. But again, my graph was pretty. We covered it. Hey, listen, I love you all. Y'all be safe. Again, slow and steady wins the race. Here we go. This is it, finally. Or no, that's not it either. I got to go back to, that's just September here. Give me a second, guys. We're trying to pull it up. Again, look at Tesla rip up. It's at 250s. Let me try to pull up a different view of it. They just take so long to load. Like if I try to put last month in, it takes so long to load. Quant Tower is great though. But again, if you want to try it out with me and try to take the funded account program with me. Again, I've been funded. We've been slow and steady. We are very green in our funded account. We've got 73% accuracy daily. And then I think we had like 3-1 or 4-1. Here it is right here. So here we go. So we finally pulled it up. So again, here's from September to October, basically. So the last 30 days, 3.1 win-loss ratio. We actually up a little bit up. We're, again, you can kind of see us slow and steady wins the race. But again, people can say whatever they want. Our accuracy is high. Making $1,000 to $1,500 a month is pretty solid. And again, if you want to participate in that with me and try to get funded with me, check out TopStep. Great way to help support the channel. I love you all. Y'all be safe. And again, I'll see you guys back tomorrow. Tomorrow we got the Jolts report at 10. More stuff dropping sometime. I'm not sure where, but more stuff's dropping later on today. So I'll see you guys later. Good luck. Y'all be good.